store for you tonight. Not only do we've got baseball here for you, Harry Potter's right next door to us, and right down the plaza from Harry Potter is mascot band playing live. Where else could it be but Baseball Town? And that's where we are. FirstEnergy Stadium, the home of the Reading Fightin Phils, as the Phils again play host to the Harrisburg Senators tonight. Game 5 of the 6-game stand between the Phils and the Senators. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. And of course, the story, Jake, of the day is the story of last night. The Phils win it in an epic walk-off style, 10-9 the final score. And now the Phils in a position, at least, if they can take care of business the next 2 days, to at least come out of this series with a split of the series after Harrisburg won the 3 games. But obviously the story is Max McDowell, the hero of last night, with that 3-run home run. And now you hope that momentum from that last night carries into tonight.
When we talked to Max McDowell in the post-game interview last night, one of the first things he said was, I hope this moment can serve as a spark for this team, because we've talked so much. We've talked to Al Padrique and a lot of the players about it. This team fights, and they know how good of a group they are and how good they can be. It's just a matter of the wins starting to follow suit. I've been saying for so long, they need some sort of spark. They've had a couple of blowout victories, especially up that week in Hartford at the beginning of the month. They never had a signature moment, a moment that feels like it can kind of spark a rally, spark a team. And it feels like the way last night's game went and the way last night's game ended could kind of serve as that spark for this group. And I'm excited to kind of see how they build off of it tonight.
Yeah, the immortal words of former Philadelphia Philly Tug McGraw, you got to believe. And this team believes. They believe. Yeah, we're 16-26, but we will turn it around. It starts at the top with the manager each and every time we talk in our pregame show with Al Padrique. He certainly believes this team is just a 3, 4, 5-game winning streak away from getting things turned around. And you hope that is the case, but each and every guy in that clubhouse also seems to believe that as well. And what we have seen and what we saw last night for sure is they lived up to the name on their jersey, which is they're always fighting. And with this lineup and this team's ability to score runs, quite simply, they're never out of a game, and last night was the personification of that.
And that's the thing. They never lay down, even games where they're down early, they fall behind late. They've never laid down, and it's funny because last night was almost a flip of the script from what the trends we've seen from this team so far this year. You know, usually it's been Reading, the team that's jumped out to the early leads and then surrendered it late, like we saw 2 nights ago. But last night it was totally opposite. They fall down 6-0. They battle back with 4 runs in the middle of the game, and then they continue to fall down. They get 3 in the 8th, they get 3 in the 9th, and you just felt like something special was going to happen the way that 8th and 9th inning went. And you're just really glad for this group that they were able to do that and to play a game that, quote unquote, like I said, flips the script. It gives you a sense to believe that, like, okay, what's happened the first 42 games this season doesn't have to be the norm. We can battle back in games. It was the first time last night that Reading won a game in which they've trailed in the 6th, 7th, and/or 8th inning. First time. So the fact that they saw what they can do there, I think it gives them that confidence moving forward.
Yeah, and this is the pregame show. We are live on Tompkins Plaza. The gates are open. It is another beautiful night in Reading. And our pregame show is brought to you by Mike's Sandwich Shop right here in the Stadium District, right down the street from where we sit here at Baseball Town at Center Avenue and Burn Street. Jake and I are here to talk about baseball, but obviously the Reading Fightin Phils, there's so much more than just baseball. As we said, Harry Potter is here tonight. Kids are coming by and stopping by and getting a photo opportunity with Harry Potter. The mascot band is playing as we speak here on Tompkins Plaza. And when it's all said and done, there will be fireworks. It's another great night of baseball. Tomorrow night, the Phils will finish up this series at 5:15. The Philly Fanatic will be here tomorrow night to entertain fans as well. So a lot left to go in this series, both on the field and in everything else around the field here in America's Classic Ballpark. And we're talking about what happened last night with the Fightin Phils. And again, the final score was 10-9. Max McDowell with the 3-run home run to walk it off for the Phils. But obviously, it was more than just Max McDowell in the overall scheme of things. He gets the lion's share of the star treatment because he hit the home run that won it. But they did more than that leading up to it. And one of the guys who was in the middle of it and actually scored the first run on that 3-run home run, and good to see him back in the thick of things, is Ethan Wilson. He had 3 hits last night. He's got 5 hits in the last 2 nights, and now that batting average is back up to 300. Again, was red hot earlier, Eastern League Player of the Week, and then that's this game. It can take you high and it can take you low, and then all of a sudden he just couldn't buy a hit. And now a couple of bloop hits, and now a couple of line drives, and good to see Ethan Wilson in the middle of that lineup and back and producing.
Baseball is a very mental sport. It's a very confidence-inducing sport. It's a sport where when you're struggling, you can struggle, and a lot of the best players, everyone goes through slumps, but a lot of the best players find ways to not let it snowball. And Ethan Wilson did just that. He believed in himself when he was going through that bit of a dry spell. Like you said, a few seeing-eye singles was all he needed, and it seems like he's seemingly barreling the ball up again. And Ethan Wilson's like Johan Rojas, like Carlos De La Cruz, yes, they're both top 30 prospects. All 3 of them are top 30 prospects within the Philadelphia organization. But at the same time, they're 3 guys that when their bats are going, the offense is going.
Yeah, when you look at the numbers that Rojas and De La Cruz are beginning to produce over the course of this season, they have had their fair share of ups and downs, but they have not been quite as dramatic. Well, Johan Rojas went crazy hot for a little while, and now he's been somewhat steady. The bat has had its couple nights off, but right back at it. But they're continuing to produce, and they're continuing to produce in the middle and the top end of that lineup in the 2 and 3 spot. But they can do so many different things at the plate. Obviously, De La Cruz has the power. He's leading the team with 9 home runs, but he's got doubles. He can do a lot of different things at the plate. He's getting on base. And Johan Rojas is doing the same thing. The hits are coming. He is now at 47 hits on the season. He's among the top 10. Both of them are in the top 10 in the Eastern League in hits. And obviously, Johan Rojas can make some magic happen with his speed on the base pass as well. I thought one of the things that was really interesting last night, he actually induced a walk on second base last night. It was a 3-2 count on the batter, Nick Podko, and Johan Rojas got the pitcher so rattled that the pitcher started paying attention to him, and the time clock went and the pitch clock went off, and it induced ball 4, and that was on Johan Rojas and what he can do to a pitcher's mind while he's on base.
And that's a moment that I hope doesn't get underwritten when looking back at last night's game. Yes, Max McDowell is the hero. He hit the 3-run home run, but what Johan Rojas did, the at-bat that Nick Podko worked, Podko was 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts before that, but he goes in there, has a fantastic at-bat, walks via pitch clock violation, but still, he deserves credit for working a great at-bat, and then he gets on base. Max McDowell wastes little time, but yes, that was kind of like the subplot to the whole plot of McDowell's home run.
And then the other side of the coin right now for the Phils is still the pitching staff, and making this and getting this pitching staff in a good working order. And what we saw last night from Mick Abel is why you have to remind yourself that even though the Phillies would love to see Mick Abel advance, he's still 21 years of age. He's still learning to pitch in this game, and he was absolutely fabulous for 4 innings. He gave up a solo home run, but he had 9 strikeouts, and that quickly, like a light switch, he just lost that release point in some capacity, and he began to walk batters, and he ran into some trouble in the 5th. That is why Mick Abel is still here in Double-A. It's why he will stay here in Double-A until he gets to a point where he can consistently work himself in and out of issues like that and get himself to a position where the walks are not as cumbersome as they have been at times this season.
No, definitely, and that's the thing with a guy like Mick Abel. Like, let's be honest, like Mick Abel has top of the rotation potential. Like, he projects to be a 1 or 2 in a big league rotation, and really not a very long time for now, but he's 21 years old.
Yep.
So there's going to be growing pains, and that is okay. That is normal, that is expected. And I think last night we saw both sides of the coin. We saw the potential, why he's the Phillies' number 2 prospect, and then we were reminded, okay, this guy is still developing. He still needs some more time. How do you adjust second time, third time through the lineup after you mowed them down the first time through? That's a big adjustment, and I think it's something that he's going to get to. And I think, I think it's good sometimes for top prospects, quote unquote, to have nights like last night, because look, if you go out there and you dominate every time, you never face adversity, you're going to in the big leagues. It's impossible not to. Nobody's perfect. So it's a good chance to see, okay, how does he respond? What adjustment does he make next time out? So, I'm excited to see what Abel does next week.
And so that will set us up for tonight's game. Again, it is a battle of left-handers tonight. On the mound for the Fightin' Phils is David Parkinson, and for the Harrisburg Senators, Mitchell Parker. Both, again, are left-handers. So we'll see how the Fightin' Phils can manage to work their way and try and get a split out of this series after Harrisburg won the first three. Phils took care of business last night by a score of 10-9. If you're listening to us on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network, we're going to take a timeout now. We'll be back with lineups and first pitch of the Phils and the Senators right after this. International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Phils Fiesta Friday partner.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information. White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Phils fans, see an Phils road game, meet with an Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Phils fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today. Can't make it to the ballpark? The Phils Radio Network has you covered. Legendary Berks County broadcaster Bob McCool is joined by Jake Starr, and they'll bring you radio coverage of all 69 Phils home games in 2023. Tune in on the Fightin' Phils YouTube channel, Twitch account, Facebook page, or at rphils.com/radio.
The Savage Auto Group Ram Club puts you close to the action on the field with seating in the front 2 rows located directly behind the Fightin' Phils bullpen down the right field line. Fans will enjoy terrific waitress service and have counter space for their food and drink. Fans can reserve the area for 36 people or book any amount of tickets.
Keep up with everything Phils on social media. Follow us for exclusive content such as highlights, interviews, features, and much more. Find us on Twitter at Reading Fightins, on Instagram at Fightins, on Facebook by searching Reading Fightin Phils, and even on TikTok. Keep up with one of the mostly followed teams in all of minor league baseball on social media.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome FirstEnergy Stadium, the site, Game 5 of a 6-game stand between the Reading Fightin Phils and the Harrisburg Senators. The Senators won the first 3 games. The Phils with a walk-off W last night by a final score of 10-9. Harrisburg now 22-20 overall. The Phils at 16-26. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool, and here is the lineup presented by Golden Oaks Landscaping for the Senators. Robert Hassel right back in the leadoff spot as he has been all series long. He's in center field. JT Arruda back in the starting lineup tonight. He's at second base. Blake Rutherford in right field is batting third. Donovan Casey, the cleanup hitter, is the DH tonight. Frankie Tostado, who's been red hot of late, first baseman, bats fifth. Jack Dunn bats sixth. Batting seventh back in the lineup tonight is Tyrone Harris. He's in left field. Leonel Valero is batting eighth, and Onyx Vega is catching and batting ninth. That lineup will be facing a Reading Fightin Phils left-hander, David Parkinson.
Parkinson, 8th appearance, 7th start, 1-2, a 5.52 ERA, 31 innings pitched, 38 hits allowed, 14 walks, 32 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .299 against him. Strong outing on Sunday at Somerset last week. Got the win, 5 innings of pitch. 5 innings pitched, scattered 7 hits and an earned run, 2 walks and 7 strikeouts. Drew 72 pitches, 47 of them were for strikes.
EPAW Weather Consulting game time temperature is 78 degrees. Wind a little bit blowing right now. Looks like it's blowing a little bit towards left field at about 4 to 5, 6 miles an hour. Not a very strong breeze at all. EPAW, your source for public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. And we are underway. David Parkinson's first pitch to Robert Hassel is over for a called strike. This is a lineup under manager Delano DeShields for Harrisburg that has featured a lot of left-handers with some switch hitters mixed in. But a left-hander on the mound tonight, and for that matter tomorrow for the Phils. So a little bit less left-handed heavy for the Senators today, but their first and 3-hole hitters in the top of the first, Hassel and Rutherford, are both left-handers. No ball, 1 ball and 1 strike to Hassel, and Parkinson misses just outside, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. Hassel at 296 on the season, dips under 300 for the first time, 5 for 17 in the series. 2 balls and a strike now from Parkinson, and misses just low, and now it's 3-1. It was a feast or famine kind of night for Hassel in some ways last night. 5 at-bats. He struck out 3 times. He walked twice. Parkinson on a 3-1 pitch coming. That's fouled out of play. Now the count is full. Parkinson, 27 years old, originally from Henrico, Virginia. Played his college baseball at Ole Miss. Not pitch in 2022. This one tapped towards short. Madison Stokes on 1 bounce will make the throw across the diamond in plenty of time for out number 1.
Bit of a peculiar hop there for Madison Stokes. It was one of those like in-betweeners where he thought about charging and trying to play it on a short hop, but he sat back on it, sits back, trusts his arm, and makes a strong throw to first.
The rest of the defense for the Phils, Ethan Wilson in left field tonight. Matthew Kroon gets the start in center field. Johan Rojas will be the DH. Carlos De La Cruz in right field tonight. Nick Podko back at first. Oliver Dunn at second. We just told you Madison Stokes is at short. McCarthy Tatum is at third. And Max McDowell behind the plate for the Fightins. And the first pitch to JT Arruda is a check swing that he actually went around on. And it's no balls and a strike to Arruda, hitting at 198 on the season. This one lined into center field. Kroon broke in, then takes a couple steps back, plays the safe hop on 1 bounce, and JT Arruda has the game's first base hit.
Yeah, an off-speed pitch there from Parkinson that got a bit too much to the plate, and Arruda did a nice job there of getting barrel on it and depositing it into center field.
That'll bring up Blake Rutherford. He was 1 for 5 last night. Based on what he's done in this series, that was a good thing for the Fightins. He is 10 for 19 overall in this series. And the curveball from Rutherford is a bit inside. Rutherford hitting at .358 on the season. 7 doubles, 5 home runs, and 19 RBIs. As Arruda takes his lead off at first, you've got to pay attention to him. He's got a team-high 12 steals on the year. Actually went back a little bit on the move to the plate. This one is popped up into shallow center field. Stokes will call for it, and the shortstop will squeeze it for the second out of the inning.
Nice job by Parkinson. Goes up and into Rutherford. Gets one drilled off the hands of the lefty, who shoots it up in the air, and Stokes makes a nice play.
So now that's the cleanup hitter Donovan Casey to the plate. He is the DH tonight. He's been in the cleanup spot more often than not in this series. Last night he batted third. Otherwise, he has batted cleanup despite his .188 batting average. He's 4 for 15 so far in the series. Again, Arruda started back towards first base off his move. He's 12 for 14 in the stolen base column. But right now, he's trying to figure out David Parkinson. He has moved back towards first base more so than going towards second base if he's got thoughts of stealing. Meantime, Casey fouls off the first pitch. This time comes up high on the fastball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Casey acquired by the Washington Nationals in a trade from the Los Angeles Dodgers, which the Dodgers acquired 2 guys by the name of Max Scherzer and Trey Turner. He was obviously not the only player the Nationals acquired in that trade. The other 2 of the other players, Keibert Ruiz and Josiah Gray, are both now with the Nationals. Off-speed pitch is a good one, and now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Donovan Casey.
Yeah, it's that curveball from Parkinson that when he gets it going, it can be a dangerous pitch for hitters. Lots of break. One of the bigger vertical drops of most of the curveballs we've seen.
Here's his 2-2 pitch. Tries to get him to chase the fastball up high, but it's too high. Casey lays off. So now with a 3 ball and 2 strike count, Arruda will be off on the pitch. Great crowd on hand on another sun-splashed evening on a Saturday night here in Baseball Town. This one fouled straight back, so Arruda will have to come back. Fireworks on tap again after tonight's game. Not just fireworks, but Mega Blast fireworks on tap for tonight. Had great crowds throughout the season. Phillies went over the 100,000 fan attendance mark in last night's game. Had over 8,000 people in the park last night. This one tapped towards third. McCarthy Tatum fields it. It's a long throw. And Nick Podko makes a great play on the hop and gets the out. Podko playing a great defensive game at first base the last 2 nights. And the Senators are retired in the first. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. It's the Phils turn to bat when we come back to Baseball Town.
Gear up for Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dogs gear, plus throwback, black, R-Train, R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
Bottom half of the first inning, and the Golden Oaks landscaping starting lineup for the Fightin' Phils. Madison Stokes again in the leadoff spot. He's at shortstop. Carlos de la Cruz bats second. Johan Rojas again is at the third spot. Matthew Kroon in the cleanup spot tonight for the Phils. Ethan Wilson fifth. Nick Podko sixth. Oliver Dunn is seventh. Max McDowell is eighth. And McCarthy Tatum is ninth. First pitch swinging, and Madison Stokes gets the first hit. Right out of the gate, Madison Stokes grounds one between shortstop and third for a base hit. The Phils are off and rolling.
Well, you want to find a way offensively to continue the momentum you had in the back half last night. You want to pounce on him early. Mitchell Parker, a guy with a 7.03 ERA over 8 starts this year, 3-3 record. So he's a guy that's going to give up lots of hits. He's going to give up lots of runs, put a lot of guys on base. You have to take advantage off of him.
So I'll bring up Carlos de la Cruz, 5 for 17 in the series. Leads the team in home runs, among the leaders in that category in the Eastern League with his 9 home runs, 21 RBIs. And the first pitch to him is a called strike from Parker. Stokes takes his lead off at first. This one lined down the right field line, and it is just slicing foul. Off the bat, it looked like it was going to be a ton of trouble, but it just kept slicing and ended up bouncing into the bullpen down the right field line.
Yeah, no, you got the barrel on it, but he said sliced a little bit too much. That one could have hugged the line. Could have been extra bases, maybe a run.
Jerome Harris is in left field tonight for the Senators. Robert Hassel in center. Blake Rutherford was chasing that in right field. Frankie Tostada at first. JT Arruda is at second. Leonel Valero is at short. Jack Dunn is at third. Onyx Vega is behind the plate. 0-2 pitch is over for a called strike 3.
Designated hitter number 11, Johan.
De La Cruz is retired. That'll bring up Johan Rojas. Rojas, again, not in center field tonight, as is his custom, but he is in the lineup as a designated hitter. Good night last night with a couple of hits. Leads the team in that category, 6 for 16 in the series, and at 285 now on the season. Madison Stokes at first base, 1 out, bottom half of the first. Rojas up on the bat as if to bunt, pulls it back and takes one for a called strike. Parker does walk his fair share. Jake gave you his strikeout numbers, but he's walked 26 in those 32 innings. This one fisted into right field, and Frankie Tostada, the first baseman, tries to make the over-the-shoulder catch. Valiant effort by Tostada, but he comes up empty.
Looked like a wide receiver trying to track down a deep ball from a quarterback. Maybe the deep ball isn't thrown. You know, one of those ones that's like carrying you towards like that right sideline where you have to like lean over the other shoulder. One of those plays, tough play to make, but a valiant effort from Tostada.
It is the most difficult play for a first baseman to make that play, and a third baseman for that matter, because it's over your shoulder and you're trying to run under it and get it and try to somehow or another make that catch. So Rojas now in an 0-2 hole. This one again fisted and fouled out of play. Parker last year was in Wilmington, made 24 starts in high A, 6-4 with a 2.88 earned run average, pitched 100 innings exactly, struck out 117, walked 67. The ERA this year over 7 as he faces the team with the highest batting average in the Eastern League in the Red Wing Fightin' Phils. No balls and 2 strikes, and again, Rojas fouls it straight back. You're watching us tonight on MILB TV, and you're wondering how come the Phils have what looks to be probably to you a gold uniform top. It's because tonight is Wizards and Wand night here. Special guest right beside us in the plaza, the pregame. Harry Potter taking some pictures with a lot of the fans and the kids coming through. 0-2 pitch, fisted towards third. Gone up with it, he'll get the lead run. They'll try to make the double play, and they will. They get Johan Rojas. A little bit slow to get out of the box, and the Senators turn 2. 5-4-3 on the double play, and the Phils are retired in the first. No runs, 1 hit, none left, 1 complete. Harrisburg nothing, Reading nothing.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's Classic Ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Top half of the second inning for the Harrisburg Senators. Frankie Tostada, Jack Dunn, and Tyrone Harris due up. Both teams with a hit in the first inning. Nothing in the score column. Kind of the way last night's game started. It was a pitcher's duel for a while, and then it wasn't. Senators put up 6 runs. Eventually drove Mick Abel to the showers. The Phils bats came alive, cut it to a 6-4 game. And Harrisburg came back with 3 more to make it a 9-4 game. And this one, Frankie Tostada drives one into right field. Carlos De La Cruz back now to his right and eventually makes the catch. As Tostada, who does have a couple home runs in this series, flies out deep to right field for out number 1.
Yeah, curveball that Tostado got underneath, and Carlos De La Cruz making just his second start of the season in right field tonight. He has now played all 3 outfield positions in addition to DH this year, as Alpadrique continues to maneuver his players around to get more bats in the lineup.
Outfield was Carlos's position. He's been kind of transitioning to first base. We've been talking about that throughout this season. He's making that transition to playing first base over the course of this year, as Jack Dunn bats against Parkinson and quickly falls in an 0-2 hole. Dunn just 2 for 6 in the series, but that includes a home run. Hitting at .333 for the Senators. 0-2 pitch, way inside, almost hit him. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Parkinson trying to establish that fastball inside. Misses a bit into Dunn, who asked for time from the home plate umpire Jae Young Kim tonight.
Paul Romer at first. Pete Talkington is at third to finish off our Eastern League umpiring crew for this series. 1-2 pitch. And inside and low, and it's now 2-2.
I get the idea there, too. It's you wanted to try and get fastball inside, maybe brush him back a little bit, and then start a curveball there and get it towards the back foot of the righty to try and get a swing and a miss. Didn't get the result you wanted, but still a good sequence.
So now he's got himself in a 2-2 spot. Misses way outside. Looked like the curveball may have slipped out of his hand a little bit there. And it's now 3-2. This went down the right field line and fading into the grandstands. Big crowd expected tonight, and they have shown up.
Yeah, they're expecting perhaps our biggest crowd of the year tonight. I'm excited to see what that official number will be once it's announced, but great crowd so far.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Jack Dunn is retired. First strikeout for Parkinson, 2 down here in the second.
I mean, usually these fireworks night, it's a crowd that usually by the 4th or 5th inning, it's pretty filled in. Right now in the second, it's filled in.
Right.
Still some empty seats left, so I think it's going to be even more filled in the next couple of innings.
We salute all of our veterans on this Memorial Day weekend. Of course, this stadium was built as a memorial to war veterans after World War II. Of course, had the name of Memorial Stadium for oh so many years. The Phils have the markers outside to pay respects to those who have served. Two down here in the second for Tyrone Harris in the lineup for the first time since the series opener back on Tuesday morning. And he comes up empty on the first pitch from Parkinson. No balls and a strike to Harris, who is hitting at .303 on the season. Was 1 for 5 in Tuesday's first game. This This one tapped towards third. McCarthy Tatum has it. He'll make the throw, this time on the money. And that'll do it for the Senators. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Harrisburg. When we come back to Baseball Town, to the bottom of the second we go, it's still scoreless.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin' Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identity.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium, bottom half of the second inning, presented to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living, not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, outside of Lebanon. Fightin' Phil's batting here in the second. Matthew Kroon will lead it off for the Fightins. He had a night off last night. And first pitch swinging, he lines one into center field. Robert Hassel, great center fielder, will track it down and squeeze it for the first out.
Hit it hard, 103 off the bat on a breaking pitch that hung right around the knees, but Hassel able to make a nice play, though.
And the Crazy Hot Dog Vendor doing his thing, and congratulations to Crazy Hot Dog Vendor, splashdown number two of the season.
Hey, what about congrats to me? I'm the one who made the catch. I had to reach a little bit, too.
You did extend, and you helped him out, and Crazy Hot Dog Vendor certainly appreciates you and your net and the splashdown in the booth.
There's no better feeling than when you just feel like that weight drop in the bottom of the net. It's the euphoria that you feel. It's second to none.
Ethan Wilson bats now for the Fightins. And first pitch to him is a strike. Second pitch, big swing and a miss, and strike 2. Now time called by Ethan Wilson. Wilson 5 of his last 8. Batting average back up over 300 now on the season at 306 as he stands in. Facing the left-hander in Parker. And tries to get him to chase on the outside corner. Wilson stays off, and it's now 1-2.
Of course, the night where we catch the hot dog, they don't even get us up on the video board.
How about that? But Jake Starr, being the great humanitarian he is, he shared it with a youngster. Right,
I did.
Again, outside to Wilson. That's now 2-2.
First one I caught, I ate, which granted I was going to share it, but when we were playing Altoona, their broadcast crew was like, you have to eat it. But there was no pressure this time. I was like, you know what? Let's be nice. Let's give it to a kid.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for. We're men of the people. 2-2 to Wilson. This one driven straight up in the air to shallow center field. And Hassel, batting a little bit of the breeze, backs up and makes the catch for out number 2. We have 2 really good center fielders in this series. Johan Rojas has the night off in terms of defense, but he is in the lineup as the DH. He is outstanding in center field, and so too is the Senators' Robert Hassel.
Now, it's been fun watching both of those two peruse the center field position this week. Obviously, like you said, Rojas night off. Perun, who really good center fielder too, gets to start there.
Nick Podkol, first pitch swinging, a slow roller, tough hop for Aruda, and gets it there just in time to get Nick Podkol. As JT Aruda had a little bit of trouble with it on the in-between hop, dropped it, picked it up, and threw in time. And the Phils end up going 1-2-3 in a quick second inning. We'll take a timeout. Back in the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network. Harrisburg nothing, Reading nothing.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, J.P. Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's J.P. Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis.
Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring. Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course. Shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. We head to the top of the third in a scoreless tie. Harrisburg and Reading battling one another. Game 5 of this 6-game stand. And it'll be Leonel Valera, the 8-hole hitter for the Senators, who leads off against David Parkinson, who misses up high for a ball. And comes right back with the off-speed pitch that Valera swings through. Valera 2 for 5 in his only appearance in this series in last night's game. Hitting at .204 on the season. And Parkinson comes with his 1-1 pitch that's fisted slowly on the left side. McCarthy Tatum makes the play, and Nick Podko holds on for the stretch and the out, and number 1 in the third.
Tatum and Podko have combined to make a couple of tough plays tonight. I want to revisit the play at the end of the first when Tatum had a long throw, short hop, Podko made the scoop. That's something that they were working on today with one of the Phillies minor league instructors, was hitting fungos from the shortstop position to Nick Podko and Cody Roberts actually at first base. Just working on the short hops and fielding those, and Podko, you can tell, doing well with them after he picked that first one.
Yeah, Podko's a very good defensive first baseman. Made a great play in last night's 9th inning to help finish off a double play that obviously set off the fireworks in the bottom of the ninth. This one ripped into center field off the bat of Onyx Vega. But Matthew Kroon has him played absolutely perfect. Had to take about 2 steps back and squeezes it for the second out.
Yeah, no, barreled up, 100 off the bat, went 348 the straightaway center. But like we said, when Rojas not in the field, Kroon is a valiant option behind him in center. Plays really good defense wherever you put him. Third, corner outfield, center tonight, and made another nice play.
This will bring up Robert Hassel, who started the game by grounding out to Madison Stokes at shortstop off of Parkinson. And the first pitch from Parkinson is ball 1, I believe. He called it a ball. No, called it a strike on the outside corner. Curveball and a beauty, had Hassel bailing on it. Now Robert Hassel going to call time and go for a walk. He's behind an account, no balls and 2 strikes. And Hassel struck out 3 times in last night's game. 0 for 1 in this. Now behind an account, no balls and 2 strikes. Right back with the same and catches the outside corner for a called strike 3. Strikeout number 2 for David Parkinson, and the Senators go 1-2-3 again in the third. When we come back to Baseball Town, bottom half of the third inning, still scoreless in Baseball Town.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys.
Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Reading Fightin' Phils the bat in the bottom half of the third inning, presented to you by Swartz-Culleton PC. If you've been injured at work, call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today. No score as the Fightins will send Oliver Dunn to lead things off here in the bottom half of the third. The first pitch from Mitchell Parker up high for a ball. Today's Our Phils team leader, brought to you by Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias, is the man at the plate, Oliver Dunn, who leads the Phils in RBIs with 25 after his 2-run home run last night. Part of that come from behind win for the Fightins, and that one's up high and almost hit Oliver Dunn. Today's Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias, our Phil team leader. Call her today at 484-554-9969, or you can email her at johanna.arias@myccmortgage.com. 2-0 to Oliver Dunn. Fastball he tries to hold up and does not. I didn't think. I thought Jae Young Kim said he went around. He did. So 2-1 now to Oliver Dunn. Dunn at 266 on the season, 3 for 11 in this series. That one catches the outside corner, and Parker's worked his way back to a 2-2 count now. Max McDowell in the on-deck circle. McCarthy, Tatum to follow for the Phils here in the third. Takes it for a call. It's strike 3. So Parker comes back after a 2-0 count and throws 3 straight to get Oliver Dunn out for the first out here in the third. That'll bring up last night's hero, Max McDowell.
And we'll see how the Phils do second time through, but Parker is having a lot of success with them so far. Pair of strikeouts, has not issued a walk yet. We talked about high number of walks and hits, but he's keeping both those down the first time through.
McDowell with the 3-run walk-off home run last night. His 3rd home run of the season. He's 4 for 12 in the series. The first pitch from Parker is over for a called strike. Just misses with that one. Now it's 1-1. Parker fastball at around 92-93. There's a curve, a changeup, and a splitter. Here comes his 1-1 pitch. This one fisted into center field. Hassel will drift over. He'll make the catch for the second out. Got in on the hands a little bit from Max McDowell. Didn't get a whole lot on it for out number 2.
Yeah, pitch that was in 2. Gave it a good ride, but he said fisted him a little bit. That pitch is maybe a hair more over the plate. Probably can get more barrel on it, but a tough pitch to get around on.
Got to bring up McCarthy Tatum. McCarthy 5 for 10 on the series after a couple more hits last night's game, hitting at 260 on the season. 2 down for the Phils here in the third. Pitch is outside. Each team with a hit so far in this one. Parker comes with his 1-0 pitch. Fouled straight back. 92 on the radar gun, which is, again, about what Parker throws. 23-year-old lefty, number 23 prospect in the Washington Nationals organization. a breaking ball, and it's over in the inside corner for a called strike. Tatum didn't think so. One-two pitch. Beats it foul at the plate.
Six straight sent down by Parker, too. Tatum looking to snap that mark. If Parker gets Tatum out here, he will have faced the minimum through 3. One base runner who reached back in Stokes, who was the leadoff man, was cut off on a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play.
1-2 pitch for Parker. Tap towards short. Backing up on it is Valera. Long throw, and in time to get McCarthy Tatum at first base. And the Phils again go 1-2-3 here in the third. We'll take a break when we come back. Top half of the fourth. We remain scoreless between the Senators and the Phils.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in Baseball Town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
Top half of the fourth inning. And a night of wizards and wands here at the ballpark. I'll throw things over to the wizard of the broadcast booth, Jake Starr, for play-by-play.
Try and catch the wand from you, Bob. Thank you very much as we enter the top half of the fourth inning. Still a scoreless ball game, as the two-hole hitter JT Arruda steps in from the right side against David Parkinson. The lefty with an overhead delivery kicks and deals, and it's outside for a ball. And it'll trickle back to the backstop off the mid of Max McDowell, but no harm, no foul. Nobody on base, so it just goes down as a ball. Arruda 1 for 1 tonight, including a single. Next pitch is down low for a ball, 2-0. Arruda only base runner against David Parkinson tonight. Has retired 8 straight Senators. Has retired 9 of the 10 he's faced. The 2-0 is on the outside corner for a called strike on a fastball. Count goes 2-1. Parkinson also working very efficiently tonight too. Up to 40 pitches overall. The next pitch is swung on and fouled back 2-2.
Parkinson with a much better strikeout to walk ratio than his counterpart tonight, Mitchell Parker. But tonight they have been equal to the task. And again, not overpowering hitters, but pitching to contact and pitching strikes.
Early pitcher's duel, you can certainly say, on our hands. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball that is just down below the knees for a ball. Count runs full. You can also say last night we had an early pitcher's duel through.
We did.
4 innings, it was 1-0 Harrisburg.
Right up into the point where it wasn't.
Senators scored 5 in the 5th. Reading responded with 4 in the 6th and eventually won 10-9. 3-2 pitch. Curveball is pounded off the foot of Arruda and foul. Count stays 3-2. But yeah, Mick Abel started sharp for Reading. So did Jackson Rutledge, but Abel was eventually tabbed for 6 earned. Rutledge 4. And Reading the 3 runs in the 8th and 3 in the 9th to come back and defeat the Senators. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Line drive towards the middle. Diving is the second baseman done. It's out of his reach and trickles into center field for a base hit. So JT Arruda has accounted for the only 2 hits and base runners for Harrisburg tonight, and that'll bring Blake Rutherford to the plate.
Didn't hit it hard, but hit it in the best place you can hit it, which is right back through the box. And if the pitcher can't make the play on it, here at first base, Oliver Dunn full extension, but just couldn't get there to get his glove on it.
Just 80 off the bat. First pitch to Rutherford's in tight for a ball, 1-0 to the lefty. Last pitch, a curveball from Parkinson at 76. He'll work from the stretch for just the second time tonight. Kicks and deals. Another curveball that's in tight, 2-0.
Interesting to watch Aruda. As I've said, he has 12 for 14 in the stolen base category, and when he was on the last time, each and every time the left-hander Parkinson delivered, he was leaning back towards first base as opposed to the other way around.
2-0. Outside for a ball, makes the count 3-0.
So either he's not, either he has no intentions of running against Parkinson, or he has no idea what Parkinson's move is all about.
Parkinson trails 3-0 in the count to Rutherford. Here's the pitch. That's a pitch just above the belt, and that'll be ball 4. So 4-pitch walk issued to Rutherford. First walk that Parkinson has issued tonight, and now he has to work out of a little bit of trouble with men on first and second, nobody away in the top half of the 4th. It's still a scoreless ball game for Donovan Casey. Casey's 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to third his first time up. That's when Tatum made the impressive play on the long throw, hugging the line. Podkul scooped it. Our Phils could use another ground ball here. First pitch home is a ground ball towards third. Scooped by Tatum, bobbles it, goes to second for 1. Dunn's relay to first is not in time, so Tatum, an excellent job on a ball hit 101 off the bat to at least cut off the runner at second, but the bobble cost them a 5-4-3 double play, so it'll go down as a 5-4 fielder's choice. JT Aruda up to third. Men on the corners, 1 out for Frankie Tostado.
It was a good play by McCarthy Tatum. It was a rocket off the bat of Donovan Casey. And McCarthy had it in his glove, and it just didn't stick there. But he was able to at least maintain his composure to make sure he at least got 1 out of this. He's still a double play away from getting out of the inning.
Tostado steps in, 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch from Parkinson is a strike at the belt.
It's a guy who has found ways to drive in runs in this series. He leads the team in RBIs, and he has done it time and time again throughout this now 5-game series.
26 runs driven in on this season for Frankie Tostado, a .237 hitter. The pitch, that one's in the air, hit well out towards right. De La Cruz backing up. He has it sized up. He'll make the catch at the edge of the track. Tagging from third goes Aruda. De La Cruz's throw goes to second. So it's a sacrifice fly for Frankie Tostado as Aruda scores. 2 outs in the inning. Harrisburg strikes first again. It's 1-0 Senators.
And that's what Tostado has done. I mean, again, that's exactly what you want to do. He got a lot of that. He just didn't get all of that. But he did take De La Cruz all the way to the warning track and up against the wall, and obviously easily scoring a run. So they make sure they capitalize and get a run home.
Was hit 331 feet, just shy of the right field fence. First pitch to Jack Dunn's a curveball over for a called strike, 0-1. Dunn 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. He bats a man on first and 2 outs in this top half for the 4th inning. Parkinson kicks and deals. Breaking ball down low again. That's 1-1 on the count. Dunn, a 26-year-old, 20th round pick of the Nationals in 2019. Began the season with Rochester, but after a slow start was transferred to AA Harrisburg on April the 22nd. 1-1 runner goes. Here's the pitch. It's a ball. Throw to second on a hop from McDowell. It's not in time. Camp Cannon gives a quick look to Pete Talkington, who was pretty quick with a safe call as he thought he got the tag down. And that's a stolen base for Donovan Casey.
Yeah, the throw clearly beat the runner. But Dunn, trying to get the tag down, may have just missed it on the dropping the glove down and putting the tag on the runner. I think just missed him. At least that's what the umpire believed.
So counts 2-1. His last pitch was a ball. Next pitch is swung on a miss by Jack Dunn, 2-2. Donovan Casey just his 4th stolen base of the season in 5 attempts. So Delano DeShields and his staff, coaching third base is Oscar Salazar. Get a guy in scoring position, and they'll see if Dunn can knock him in with a hit. Dunn's got 7 RBI on the season. Parkinson set at the belt. The pitch. Up with the letters for a ball. Count goes to full 3-2. So 3-2 count with 2 outs in the top half of the fourth. 1-0 Senators lead. Leading off second is Casey. He's the lone base runner. Parkinson set at the belt. The pitch. That one's in on the hands, foul to the right side, out of play. Run it back again here at 3-2 to Jack Dunn. Should he reach, Tyrone Harris III awaits on deck. Harris 0 for 1 tonight, as is Jack Dunn. Dunn is a strikeout, one of the 2 that David Parkinson has collected this evening. Set again at the belt. Here's the pitch. That's a curveball that misses high and outside, so Dunn will work a walk. Second walk issued tonight, as well as this inning for Parkinson. And the 6th man to the plate will be Tyrone Harris. And Brad Bergeson will make a mound visit for the Fightin' Phils to settle down his pitcher here in David Parkinson.
No doubt to just say, look, you're still all right. You get a run off of you, that's okay. You're still 1 out away from getting out of this. Just make sure his head and mind is focused. He's questioned, though, the balls and strikes a little bit over the course of the last 2 innings. It also might have something to do with that, just to say, look, focus in on what you need to do. But walks, again, are an issue for this pitching staff. 2 walks in this inning, and right now only 1 run surrendered.
Parkinson up to 57 pitches on the night so far. Season high for him is 84. That came at Portland over 4 2/3 back on April the 23rd. Also struck out 8 that evening, which is a current season high for Parkinson. Was tied for an RFL season high, but that was eclipsed by Mick Abels at 9 Ks last night. So mound visit over. Tyrone Harris steps in. 2 gone, top 4. Men on first and second for Harrisburg. Senators lead at 1-0. First pitch is a fastball. Is a dribbler towards short. Fielded by the shortstop Stokes, although the short way to Dunn at second. And the underhand flip is in time. And that will retire the side in the 4th. Senators do get a run. They do it on a hit. There were no errors, and 2 left on base for Harrisburg. Bottom of the 4th we go. 1-0 Senators on the RFL's Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL. Bottom half of the 4th, 1-0 the score. Harrisburg got one in the top half of the inning. Top half of the lineup, due up for the Fightin' Phils. Madison Stokes, the leadoff man, will step in. Also, the only man to record a hit or reach base so far tonight off of Mitchell Parker. First pitch from the lefty is down low for a ball, 1-0. Parker has been excellent tonight. For innings pitched so far has faced the minimum. 2 strikeouts, no walks. Just 1 hit allowed to Madison Stokes. That led off the first half of the inning. Here's the pitch. And tight for a ball, 2-0. So we'll see if the Fightin' Phils, second time through the lineup, can adjust against Mitchell Parker, who entered tonight with a 7.03 ERA across 8 starts. 2-0. Stokes takes at the outside corner for a called strike, 2-1. with his hit in the first. Stokes up to 272 on the season. Pair of home runs, 10 RBI. Parker will kick and deal. That's a ground ball towards the middle, and it's a base hit. JT Arruda, the second baseman, crossed over the bag to try and field it with the backhand, but couldn't get to it. And it trickles into center field, and Madison Stokes reaches for the second straight time and snaps an 8-batter hitless streak for the R-Phils.
Stokes on base 3 times last night with a couple hits and a walk, and now 2 for 2 tonight. Continues to get the job done from that leadoff spot.
So Carlos De La Cruz will step in from the right side, 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. First pitch, below the knees for a ball, 1-0. Carlos, 269 across the season so far, 9 home runs, 21 runs driven in. Does have a home run this week, back in the earlier portion of the series. 1-0. That's a breaking pitch up and away for a ball, 2-0. De La Cruz 1 for 4, a run and a hit by pitch last night. 2-0. That one's lined back foul behind home plate. Count goes to 2-1. De La Cruz, the Yonkers, New York native, now is the tallest player on this R-Phils team with Taylor Lehman's promotion to AAA Lehigh Valley. Both stand at 6 feet 8 inches. 2-1. Upstairs for a ball, 3-1.
But unlike Carlos De La Cruz, Taylor Lehman was a pretty good basketball player in high school. Carlos claims that he never tried basketball, never was interested in trying basketball, never even thought about playing basketball.
Always was a baseball guy. Hitters count. 3-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4, so a base hit and a walk to start this inning from Stokes and De La Cruz. First walk issued by Parker, and that'll bring Johan Rojas up to the plate for the Fightin' Phils.
Interesting how this game has unfolded. The same thing happened to Parkinson in the 4th inning, cruising through 3. No walks, and then all of a sudden here's a hit, there's a walk, and now something's going on. So let's see if the Phils could do the same thing that the Centers do and cash one in.
So here comes Johan Rojas, 0 for 1 tonight, grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. His first time up. Runners on first and second for him. No outs in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch. Breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, 0-1. Rojas, 283 on the season, a pair of home runs, 18 RBI. And stepping off will be Parker. Rojas, slightly open stance from the right side. Pitch. Ground ball towards third. Scooped by Dunn if there. Goes to second for 1. Throw to first in time. And second straight at bat that Johan Rojas has grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. Hit the ball hard, 110 off the bat. But it was right at Dunn. And that ball is 2 feet to the left or 2 feet to the right. It's probably an RBI double. Madison Stokes also moved to third on the play, so Matthew Kroon up with a man on third.
Yeah, you wonder how many times in his career that Johan Rojas has hit into a double play twice in one game.
Harrisburg's now turned 2 tonight, 33 across the season so far. So Kroon steps in from the right side. Stokes leads off third. First pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. Kroon flew out to center his first time up. Been a good bat as of late, hitting .306 across his last 10 games. Pitch, and it's fouled back. It's off the top of the stanchion that covers the press box, and the count's 1-1. Kroon, the Scottsdale, Arizona native, a .288 hitter, 3 home runs, 21 RBI. Here's the pitch. Up and away for a ball, counts 2-1. Madison Stokes leads off of third in this bottom of the 4th inning, 2 outs. Fightin' Phils trail at 1-0. Parker set at the letters, the 2-1. That one driven towards the left center field gap. It's down, and it'll roll all the way to the wall. Stokes scores. Kroon in the second. Hope put the brakes on there as he lost his helmet circling first. And the Sheets RBI guy delivers, and it's a 1-1 ball game in the fourth.
RBI number 22 on the season with Matthew Kroon. It's been an interesting chase for the Fightin' Phils over the course of this season for the RBI lead. Everybody's kind of bunched together between Don and De La Cruz and Rojas and Matthew Kroon. Said this before, that he's the stealth bomber in this team. You look at those other guys and you sometimes forget about Matthew Kroon, and he has been the model of consistency in the Phils lineup all year long.
Ethan Wilson steps in as Kroon stands on second. First pitch. Skies it in the air behind home plate. Off with the mask is Onyx Vega, the catcher. Stands over the FirstEnergy Stadium logo, about 10 feet behind the dish, and he will make the catch in foul territory. So that'll retire the side, but the Fightin' Phils get a run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and they leave 1 on base. Run from each team in the fourth sends us to the fifth in a 1-1 ball game. We'll be back after this on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the Our Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Top of the fifth inning, 1-1 game after each team traded a run in the top and bottom half of the fourth inning respectively. David Parkinson returns the mound for Reading, and the first batter he'll face is Leona Valera for Harrisburg. 8-9-1 set to come to the dish for the Senators here in the inning. First pitch from Parkinson is up and away for a ball. The count goes to 1-0. Valera grounded out to third baseman McCarthy Tatum his first time up. 1-0 is just below the knees for a ball, 2-0. Parkinson from the windup, the pitch, off the end of the bat, foul, and to the right side, it's 2-1.
So this game has kind of tailgated one another in terms of what the pitchers have done. When David Parkinson finally gives up his first walk, it helps to put a man in scoring position, and the Senators score. Same thing happens with Parker. His first walk puts a man in scoring position. And the
2-1 is driven in the air well out towards left center. Kroon races back at the track, at the wall, and it's gone. Valera goes deep, his second home run of the season. And the Senators retake the lead. 106 off the bat, 421 feet. 2-1 Harrisburg here in the top of the fifth.
And a guy hitting just 204 on the season and batting in the 8th spot, but the bottom of the order for this Senators team has come up time and time again throughout this series. Jackson Clough for the Phils, glad to see him get a night off. He's been a menace in the 9 spot the last 3 nights.
Onyx Vega steps in. First pitch, a big curveball that misses down for a ball. Counts 1-0.
Whether it be the 8 spot or the 9 spot, they have produced and they have hit home runs as a part of it as well.
Here's the pitch. One's off the end of the bat, flared foul. Count goes to 1-1. Vega 0 for 1 tonight. Fly out to center. His first time up. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner for a called strike. Counts 1-2. Parkinson from the windup, kicks and deals. That's a line drive, back towards the middle, and a base hit. So back-to-back hits from the 8 and 9 hitters respectively. Put a man on for Robert Hassel at the top of the Harrisburg lineup in this top of the 5th inning.
So again, the 9-hole doing damage again for the Senators. And that home run given up by Parkinson, the 63rd home run that the Reading Phillies pitching staff has surrendered on the season. That leads the Eastern League by a lot. Hartford is second in home runs surrendered with 50.
First pitch to Hassel, a curveball that gets over for a called strike. Count goes to 0-1. Vega leads off at first as Parkinson peers home. He comes set at the belt. Pitch is swung on a miss. Count goes to 0-2.
He's had Hassel so far in this. When it's, that's a good curveball. It had Hassel guessing earlier, and then he got Hassel looking on a breaking ball on the outside corner in his last time up.
So 0-2 the count here to Robert Hassel III as Parkinson comes set at the belt and deals. That one just misses off the outside corner.
That's the exact same spot he threw the last one to get him out. And Hassel immediately thinking, nope, it's outside again. And Parkinson thinking, nope, that's strike 3 again. This time it went Hassel's way.
Here's a pitch, and he slaps it foul back to the left side. And the count stays 1-2. Robert Hassel 0 for 2 tonight. 22-year-old who was acquired from the Padres as a part of the Juan Soto and Josh Bell trade last year. 1-2. Curveball that misses in tight to the lefty, and the count goes 2-2. Of course, Juan Soto helped the Padres get the 5th seed in the National League, the second of 3 wild card spots, beat the Mets in the first round, beat the Dodgers in the second round. 2-2 pitch is a curveball. That's in there for a called strike 3. Believe so. And yeah, not a very demonstrative call from the home plate umpire, Jae Young Kim. I guess he's saying that he went, but not a very demonstrative call. So 3rd strikeout tonight for David Parkinson, 2nd of Robert Hassel for JT Arruda.
And Hassel again walking away, questioning the pitch.
Parkinson set and deals. Curveball that misses down for a ball 1-0. And finished that, of course, that Padres team went on to play the Philadelphia Phillies in the National League Championship Series. Phillies won Game 1, Padres Game 2. Phillies came back to Philadelphia and took all 3 games. Counts 2-0 as that one misses inside to win the series 4-1. Of course, Game 5, the come-from-behind game, down 3-2 in the 8th. Bryce Harper, the opposite field 2-run shot to give the Phillies the 4-3 lead, and then Ranger Suarez came in and picked up the save. Next pitch is over for a called strike 2-1. Arruda has had Parkinson's number tonight, 2 for 2. Pair of singles and a run scored. Lefty comes set and deals. Ground ball hit towards 3rd. Tatum charges, fields on a short hop. Off balance throw towards 2nd, and it's off the glove of Oliver Dunn, and it shoots into center field. So moving to 3rd will be Onyx Vega. Up to 1st goes Arruda. He'll stay there. We'll see what they rule it officially. Probably going to be an E5.
Yeah. Fielder's choice error on McCarthy Tatum. And McCarthy had more time than he realized he did. And again, he's played more outfield than he has 3rd base this season, but he's had trouble in this series making the throws, whether it be across the diamond at 1st, or in that case, he ended up making the off-balance throw, and he could have squared himself up and made a more secure, more accurate throw. But by trying to make it off balance, he bounced it in there, and Oliver Dunn really had no shot to stop it.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball hit sharply past Nick Podkul, the first baseman, in the right field for a base hit. So scoring will be Onyx Vega. Up to 2nd goes JT Arruda as Blake Rutherford is aboard on a single. RBI single at that. And that'll bring Donovan Casey to the plate as Harrisburg extends its lead to 3-1.
Well, there's where the defense hurts you even more. What could have been a double play ball, but at least an out, ends up adding on to the inning for the Senators. And with Blake Rutherford batting, it's just dynamite waiting to happen because he's been so good with a bat in his hand. It drives in another run.
Here's the pitch. Up and away for a ball, counts 1-0. Donovan Casey is 0 for 2 tonight. A couple of ground outs. 1-0 pitch. That's down the chute with a curveball for a called strike. 1-1. So 1-1 count, 1 out in this top half of the 5th inning. Senators lead at 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Braden Zarbniski now up and throwing in the Fightin Phillies bullpen down the right field line. David Parkinson up to 77 pitches so far tonight. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball sharply foul past the third base coach's box. Count stays 1-2. Blake Rutherford leads off first. Off second, JT Arruda. The 1-2 pitch is fouled back. Count stays 1-2. Donovan Casey, a 27-year-old, as Bob mentioned, his last time up was acquired from the Dodgers in the Max Scherzer and Trey Turner trade. Of course, neither of those two are with the Dodgers anymore. Here's the 1-2. That one sliced foul. Max Scherzer on the Mets. Trey Turner, of course, a member of the Philadelphia Phillies. Seems like Trey Turner's bat's beginning to heat up after a very hot and cold start to the season for the Phillies' prize free agent acquisition this past offseason. 1-2. That one slapped in the air towards the right field side of foul territory. Podkul, the first baseman, will give it a chase, but it'll land out of play.
Yeah, for a while it looked like Trey Turner had left his bat in the World Baseball Classic. He was unbelievable through that whole series and just never really got it on track. Chasing a lot of pitches through his time there. It's so similar to what Nick Castellanos was doing last year. It happens. Sign a big contract, trying to do a little bit more than what you're accustomed to doing or what makes you good in the first place. And Turner hopefully working his way out of that. Came up big again today for the Phillies.
1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss from Donovan Casey. 4th strikeout tonight for David Parkinson. 2nd this inning. That'll bring Frankie Tostado to the plate. But look, there's also the human element too. If you're Trey Turner, you're moving across the country. I'm sure, it takes some time to get adjusted. I mean, I feel like people forget sometimes that, if any old person was asked by their boss to move across the country for a new job or for a relocation, they might not be themselves at first either. So it certainly takes some time to get adjusted. Here's the first pitch, a curveball that's fouled to the right side, 0-1.
This is a big spot for Parkinson. Right now, get out of this mess, and it's a 3-1 game, and it's very manageable. But with Tostado at the plate, as good as he's been, as consistent as he's been, this is a big spot for Parkinson to get out, limit the damage.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Ball was actually tipped as home plate umpire Jae Young Kim signaled. So 0-2 the count, 2 outs in the top half of the 5th. Harrisburg already 2 runs in the inning. It's a 3-1 lead for the Senators.
And that's where he's got to stay. He's got to try to get Tostado to chase here with 2 strikes.
Set at the belt, men on first and second. The pitch. Curveball, softly hit towards first. Scooped by Podkul. He'll touch the bag. They'll say it's a fair ball, and they'll say he's out of first.
Tostado tried to call time and start to step out of the box, but he didn't do it in time, and he's out.
That'll end the inning. 2 runs in the inning for Harrisburg. They do it on 3 hits. There was an error, and 2 left on base. We're halfway home. Fightin's chasing 2, down 3-1 on the Phillies Radio Network.
For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established, local, family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, two great hometown partners.
Officially have passed the halfway point. Bottom of the fifth inning, 3-1. Harrisburg has the lead. Jake Starr, Bob McCool. Thank you again so much for joining us on a beautiful Saturday evening here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Nick Podkul will step in, working against Mitchell Parker. 6-7-8 due up. First pitch to Podkul is down low for a ball. Counts 1-0.
Interesting little side bit on the Senators pitchers the last two nights. Mitchell Parker tonight, Jackson Rutledge last night. Once were college teammates as well at San Jacinto Junior College.
Here's the pitch, swing and a miss from Podkul, an off-speed pitch.
Last night's starter Rutledge was a first-round draft pick of the Nationals in 2019. Parker, a fifth-round draft pick out of 2020.
Here's the pitch. Podkul takes it outside for a ball, and the count goes to 2-1.
Sure how many college teammates end up becoming teammates at the professional level, but those two are.
And Nick Podkul will ask for time, granted by home plate umpire Jae-Young Kim. So we'll step back into the box here. 1-2 count, no outs. Here's the pitch. Podkul takes it down low for a ball, 2-2.
Ray Zarbniski was warming up in the Phil's bullpen during that last inning. He is not up right now.
So let's see if Parkinson has a chance to get the sixth inning. Pitch count right around 80. The 2-2 is a dribbler foul towards the third base dugout.
Which again is another reason why it was important to get out of that spot. And again, at the end of that inning, Tostada had called timeout. But just because you call timeout as a batter doesn't mean you're going to get it. And he did it while Parkinson was in his windup. So Jae-Young Kim, the home plate umpire, didn't award him the timeout. Tostada ended up knowing the pitch was going to be a strike, just try to swing at it.
Here's the pitch. Podkul skies into the air. First base side, it'll slice out of play, foul.
Tostada was kind of arguing with it as he was coming back to the dugout, but his argument is mute. Again, you don't, just because you call timeout doesn't mean you're awarded a timeout.
The count stays 2-2 to Nick Podkul, who's 0 for 1 tonight. Currently riding a 14-game on-base streak. The pitch. That one's hit in the air well, out towards right center. Hassel and Harris going back at the track, at the wall. Say bye-bye. Nick Podkul clears the fence in left center field. And the Fightin Phils cut the deficit to 1 on Nick Podkul's 4th home run of the season.
You sensing a pattern here? This is exactly what happened in the last inning with a leadoff home run. So if pattern holds, Oliver Dunn should get a single now and come around and score a tying run. That's exactly what happened in the last inning.
Nick Podkul, 380 feet, 104 off the bat. And it's a 3-2 ball game now as Oliver Dunn steps in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Dunn, a big swing and a miss, 0-1. You know, I didn't do this intentionally. It kind of just rolled off the tongue, but did you hear what I said on that home run call? It's very reminiscent of what you always say.
Yes, you did.
It wasn't on purpose either. It just rolled off the tongue. Upstairs for a ball. Counts goes to 2-0. Oliver Dunn is 0 for 1 tonight. Parker works in the windup. Here's the pitch.
Down low for a ball.
I called Max McDowell Crash Davis of the Phils. I could be Crash Davis in the broadcast booth too.
You could say I'm picking up on some of your lingo. 2-1 the count here at Oliver Dunn. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So Nick Podkul with that home run, now up to a 15-game on-base streak. That is now a new season high for the Fightin' Phils. Oliver Dunn had 14. Here's the pitch to Dunn. That's on the outside corner for a called strike 3, so he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. Third strikeout for Mitchell Parker. There comes last night's hero, Max McDowell. Max McDowell is 0 for 1 tonight, a fly out to center. So a really good bat as of late. 368 over his last 5 entering tonight. First pitch to him. There's a curveball in there for a called strike 0-1.
So Amniski now again back up and throwing in the Phils bullpen. So we'll see if it's just to stay loose in the event that Parkinson gets in trouble in the 6th, or if it is to come in the 6th.
0-1. Upstairs for a ball, 1-1. Looks like if one out, not throwing at an incredibly high pace, so could be ready. More of a just keep the arm loose type of throw.
He's already either warmed up and ready to go.
1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Or he realizes that Parkinson's going to come out for the 6th, and if he gets in trouble, then he's going to come in. So he still has more time to warm up.
Continues to toss down with Herbert Iser in the Fightin' Phils bullpen. 1-2 pitch to McDowell. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. And Onyx Vega will apply the tag. So back-to-back strikeouts for Mitchell Parker. And the 4th tonight. That'll bring McCarthy Tatum to the dish for the Fightin' Phils.
That's the splitter from Parker. Just the bottom drops out of it. Looks like a fastball all the way, and then the bottom drops out of it. We don't see a whole lot of splitters at this level. Watching Major League Baseball, you see a lot of Major League pitchers who have a splitter in their repertoire.
Here's the pitch. Tatum takes it for a called strike, 0-1. Tatum is 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to short his first time up. The 0-1. Tatum grounds it to short again. Charging is Valera. He'll field it, set his feet, and throw across in time to retire the side. 1 run in the inning on the Nick Podkul home run, his 4th of the year. 1 hit, nobody left on base. We go to the 6th, 3-2 Harrisburg on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen for the Fightin' Phils. Step into your future with the Alvernia University Golden Wolves, and it's Braden Zarbniski who enters for the 15th time this year. 1-1 record, a 4.12 ERA, 22 strikeouts, 9 walks, over 19 2/3 innings pitched. First he gets is Jack Dunn, and the first pitch to Dunn is fouled back, 0-1.
So for Parkinson, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He threw 88 pitches through those 5 innings.
Jack Sinclair up and throwing in the Harrisburg bullpen. Here's the pitch. Swinging a miss 0-2 on a fastball at 94 from Zarbniski.
So Parkinson got himself in a little bit of trouble with the walks in the 4th, and then the defensive miscue leads to the right now is the go-ahead run for the Senators.
0-2. Outside for a ball 1-2. Parkinson a season high 88 pitches. 58 of them were for strikes. So a solid outing, 3 runs over 5 innings for him. Here's the 1-2. Down low for a ball 2-2. Obviously currently in line for the loss, but gave his team a chance to win. And then turns it over to the bullpen. So the Phillies down by 1. Will look to hold it there. And hope that Parkinson does not factor into the decision tonight. 1-2, hit it sharply towards third. Down to Anita. Scoop it is Tatum. Throws the first in time. Another nice play by McCarthy Tatum at third. That'll bring Tyrone Harris to the plate, 1 down in the 6th.
And even better, or maybe even more so for McCarthy Tatum, a throw on the money. That has been his issue. It has not been so much fielding the ball, but the throws that have been a problem. Nick Podko saved him on one earlier in this game, and he threw one away on a potential double play ball in that last inning.
Harris steps in, first pitch from Zarbniski, a breaking pitch that beautifully drops in for a called strike, 0-1.
Jack Sinclair beginning to warm up in the Senators bullpen.
0-1. Another curveball that seemingly hit the same spot. We had it in the strike zone, but open umpire Jae Young Kim did not, so count goes to 1-1. One pitch. And on the hands, out towards left. Wilson started back. Now is the sprint in towards the line. Hold diagonal towards the baseball and make the catch. Nice play for out number 2, and that'll bring Leonel Valera to the plate.
Phillies have some outfielders that can cover ground. Obviously, nobody does it better than Johan Rojas. Ethan Wilson also can cover a lot of ground, whether he's in left field or right field. And Matthew Kroon might be the best athlete on this team in terms of all the things that he could do for them, whether he's what position he's playing in out there.
First pitch to Valera is a breaking pitch that misses outside of the righty for a ball, 1-0. Leonel Valera 1 for 2 tonight. Hit a solo shot in the 5th to then give Harrisburg the 2-1 lead at that point. Now the Senators lead at 3-2 in the top of the 6th, Ground ball sharply up the middle. That's a base hit. So Valera reaches on a base hit for the 2nd straight at bat. That'll bring Onyx Vega, the catcher, to the dish for Harrisburg. 2 outs in the inning.
Again, 8 and 9 spots in the order for Harrisburg Senators continue to make things happen for this lineup.
Vega will step in. He had a hit his last time up, too. 1 for 2 overall in the night. 333 hitter. Still very limited action, though, with Harrisburg this year. Was just called up from Wilmington. First pitch to him is over for a called strike on the outside corner. Vega was called up to Harrisburg on Tuesday prior to the morning game, first of this series. 0-1, throw over towards first. Backing with a head first dive is Valera. Not much of a threat to run. 3 for 5 in the stolen base category this season. Nothing on the count. Zarbniski throws over to first again, and that'll be a 2nd disengagement. So if he is to throw over a 3rd time, he has to get the runner. If not, it's a balk, and Valera would get 2nd. Zarbniski set at the letters. Here's the 0-1. Outside for a ball and a slider, 1-1. Vega, the 9-hole hitter. If he reaches, Robert Hassel, the leadoff man, waits on deck. Hassel 0 for 3 tonight. Pair of strikeouts and a ground out. Runner goes. Pitches a strike. Throw to second. It's on the money.
but the umpire calls him safe as Dunn's tag was not in time.
Oliver Dunn dropped the throw. I think the ball came loose. Whether it may very well have been that Valera may have knocked it out with the slide, but the ball came loose on the tag.
So stolen base number 4 this season for Leonel Valera. Puts a man in scoring position. Last pitch to Onyx Vega was a strike, so count is 1-2. Zarbniski 1 strike away from getting out of this top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Just misses outside for a ball 2-2. Close to capacity crowd tonight at FirstEnergy Stadium. Watching their Fightin' Phils down 3-2. 2 outs in the inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zarbniski set at the letters. Here's the pitch. Ground ball towards the middle. That splits and it's into center for a base hit. Rounding third and scoring will be Valera. And it's an RBI single for Onyx Vega. His second hit of the night and back-to-back at-bats scores Valera. And it's a 4-2 Senators lead.
Did I mention about the 8 and 9 hole hitters in the Senators lineup? But again, give credit to Delano DeShields, who was a top of the order and a player throughout his playing days in the Major League Baseball. And this team plays that way. They move runners, they get people in motion, and the stolen base by Valero gets him in a scoring position. A base hit knocks him in.
So Robert Hassel steps in from the left side. First pitch to him is right down the middle for a called strike 0-1, but before that, it looks like a balk was called against
that's what it was.
Zarbniski. And looks like Pete Talkington signaled that shook the glove, never, I guess, fully came set. So pitch is not a strike, and up to second goes Vega on the balk. So still 0-0 count. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball, counts 1-0.
Hassel probably glad to see Parkinson out of the game. He was really confused and or baffled between Parkinson and what the balls and strikes were in his last 2 plate appearances that were strikeouts.
1-0. Breaking ball that looked like a crossed up Max McDowell.
Yep.
It was actually pretty much right down the middle, but
that's what Zarbniski said. Zarbniski said it was right there. So now Max McDowell will go out and talk to his pitcher.
Could be a runner on second. Obviously, the more complicated set of signs type situation, but yeah, McDowell was set up and away, and the pitch ended up coming in more down and in on a curveball. So McDowell, I guess, expecting a fastball. Zarbniski a curveball, which, you know, if we had robo-umps, yes, it would be called a strike, but the count now 2-0 as that last one was called a ball. 2 outs to Hassel. He calls time again. Well, not again. The first time, quote-unquote, was the balk.
Right.
So now Hassel out of timeouts, up 2-0 in the count. 2-0. On the outside corner for a called strike 2-1. Hassel for 3 tonight, a pair of strikeouts. Senators lead at 4-2. They're threatening in the 6th of a man on second. Pitch. Swing and a miss 2-2. Goes the fastball 94. Zarbniski peers home for a sign. Gets it from McDowell, set at the letters. Here's the pitch. Up and away for a ball, counts full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 6th, 4-2 Fightin' Phil's trail Harrisburg. Ready Zarbniski against the lefty Hassel. Zarbniski set the pitch. Swinging a ground ball softly towards third. Tatum has it, throws from the grass in time. That will retire the side in the 6th. Harrisburg a run on 2 hits. No errors, and they leave a man on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-2 Senators on the Phil's Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin' Phil's game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Our Phil's game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
New pitcher in is Jack Sinclair for the Harrisburg Senators. I'll get the top of the Fightin' Phil's lineup, get you his numbers here momentarily. Jake Starr, Bob McCool, thanks so much for joining us here on the Our Phil's Radio Network. First pitch home from Sinclair is low and away for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Next pitch from Sinclair to Stokes is slap foul back. A hot shot into the crowd. Sinclair making his 4th appearance with Harrisburg this year, is yet to allow a run over 5 innings pitched, 4 walks and 6 strikeouts. The pitch, Stokes, little flare shot, shallow left center, out Valera, in Hassel the call, and the catch in shallow left center as he loses his hat. That's out number 1 here for Carlos De La Cruz. Sinclair, 24 years old, National 16th round pick in 2021. Caught up from Wilmington on May the 18th after going 3-2 with a 3.18 ERA across 12 games with the Blue Rocks. First pitch to De La Cruz is in tight for a ball, 1-0. Close the line as well in the starter Mitchell Parker. 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earn, a walk and 4 strikeouts. 1-0 to De La Cruz. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Carlos has reached base once tonight. He did walk. Extends his on-base streak to 14 straight games. Next pitch in there for a called strike 1 and 2.
De La Cruz did have a home run on Wednesday, but it just seems like it's been a while for Carlos. He's been sitting at 9. That's going to change before this series ends. He's going to hit another one to lead, if not tonight, tomorrow.
1-2, and he hits one in the air out towards straightaway center. Going back is Hassel. Man, I thought you had that one queued up perfectly, but Hassel makes the catch on the edge of the track. Hit at 365. Needed about another 30 feet on that one.
Maybe on another day and another night and another weather forecast, but not quite enough.
Here comes Johan Rojas with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rojas is 0 for 2 tonight, a pair of 5-4-3 double plays he's hit into. Here's the pitch. Rojas takes it outside for a ball, 1-0. The last double play of which was a hot shot, 109 off the bat, but it was directly to the third baseman Jack Dunn, so not much you can do there, just they had you positioned in the perfect spot. 1-0. Rojas takes it at the knees for a called strike, 1-1. Overall, Rojas, a .281 hitter, pair of home runs, 18 runs driven in. He's also scored 29 runs this year. The pitch slaps it foul off the netting behind home plate. Count goes to 1-2. Jack Sinclair 1 strike away from sending the Our Phil's down in order in his first inning in the bottom of the 6th inning. Both teams have turned the game over to their respective bullpens, and Rojas will call and be granted his only time out of the at-bat. Fees to reach, Matthew Kroon awaits on deck. He had an RBI double back in the 4th. We'll see if Rojas can give him a chance to get to the plate in this 6th inning. The pitch. Rojas, a little jam shot towards the first base side. Tostado drifts into foul territory and makes the catch, and that will retire the side in the 6th. 3 up, 3 down, go the Fightin' Phils. We're 2/3 of the way home. We go to the 7th. 4-2 Harrisburg on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a baseball.
Top of the 7th inning, our score Harrisburg 4, Reading 2. And I'll toss things back over to my broadcast partner, Bob McCool. Take it away, Bob.
All righty, thank you very much, Jake Stark. Braden Zarnivsky back out for his 2nd inning of work. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 in the Senators lineup here in the top half of the 7th. JT Arruda on base all 3 times tonight. A couple of singles and safe on an error, and checks his swing on the first. And they said he did not go around. Did not see the signal from third base umpire Pete Talking. It looked like he went around from here. That one is a little bit low. So it was a strike on the first, and that's a ball. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Senators 4, Phils 2, top half of the 7th. These two back at it tomorrow night for the series finale, 5:15 first pitch here at FirstEnergy Stadium. It'll again be another matchup of left-handers, as was tonight. Josh Hendrickson goes for the Phils, Alex Troop for the Senators. Troop pitched in the Tuesday morning game that started this series for the Senators. Zarnivsky now in a 2 ball and 2 strike count to Arruda leading off the 7th. Blake Rutherford in the on-deck circle for Harrisburg. This is inside, and now the count is full. Fightins will go on the road following tomorrow's finale. They'll be in New Hampshire to begin a series on Tuesday, but the ballpark will be active on Tuesday. More about that in a second. 3-2 pitch, and it is over for a called strike. JT Arruda started to walk towards home first base, and the home plate umpire Jae Young Kim said, strike 3, out number 1 in the 7th.
It was a strike, and was a perfect strike at that from Zarnivsky. 94 right on the outside, black right at the knees, and gets the call from Jae Young Kim. Great piece of pitching from Zarnivsky.
So to bring up Blake Rutherford, singled an RBI his last time up. And lines this one into left field for yet another hit. Ethan Wilson's going to have to hurry. Rutherford's thinking 2 off the bat, and he will slide into second base with the 1-out double.
Yeah, not hit very hard. 79 off the bat, but once again, just excellent placement. Takes an outside fastball to him, and he slaps it off the end of the bat, puts it enough contact on it So deposit it down that left field line.
His 12th hit of this series. And I'll bring up Donovan Casey. Casey 0 for 3 on the night. The man on second now and one down. Andrew Baker now begins to warm up in the Phil's bullpen. First pitch from Zarniski to Casey is outside for ball. So Tuesday there will be 2 District 3 championships, high school baseball championship games played here at America's Classic Ballpark. The AAA championship, Camp Hill and Trinity, will be at 4:30. And at 7 o'clock, Berks County runner-up Wilson will take on Cedar Cliff for the 6A championship. That is scheduled for a 7 o'clock. So baseball doubleheader, high school baseball, District 3 championship doubleheader here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Come on out and watch some good high school baseball. Concession stands will be open for the doubleheader here at America's Classic Ballpark. 1 ball and 1 strike to Casey, and the 1-1 pitch is up high. So Zabniski again falls behind, now 2-1. Again up high, and now it's 3-1. And he misses inside with that, and so Zarniski surrenders his first walk. He's now got 2 on and nobody out here in the 7th. And brings up the dangerous Frankie Tostado.
I mean, if anything, you put the double play in order, so with the base open, the walk there does not hurt you entirely.
Left-hander Lucas Knowles warming up in the Harrisburg bullpen. Knowles just brought up to Harrisburg 2 days ago. Tostado with an 0 for 3 to show for, 0 for 2 to show for tonight. Had a sacrifice fly in the middle of it. First pitch to him is over for a called strike. So Tostado 6 for 18 in the series, including a grand slam early on in the series. 2 on, 1 out, top of the 7th. Way up high, count even. Popped up in the behind home plate and straight back in our direction. Unfortunately hits a seat because the people around it weren't really going after that baseball at all.
Say, it found one of the few vacant seats in FirstEnergy Stadium tonight.
It's a good thing it is, because no one even stuck a hand out to try to catch it. So it's 1-2 now to Tostado. This one lifted straight up in the shallow right field spot behind first base, and Podkill lost it. Dunn wasn't there. They throw it to second for a force out. It rolls into left field. Ethan Wilson doing a great job to back it up, and that's as far as everybody goes. It's going to go down as a base hit for Tostado. Podkill lost it, and Dunn didn't come over to help him out, and so it falls for a hit.
Yeah, it's that awkward twilight-ish time of the night. Here comes Al Padrique. It looks like that could be it for Zarbniski. It's also only the first mound visit of the inning, but there's the point. So, but yeah, just that awkward twilight time of the night where balls tend to get lost in the sky.
So the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Will call an end to the night for Braden Zarniski. And when we come back, it's right now a 4-2 Harrisburg lead.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Andrew Baker, the new man on the mound for the Fightins. It's been a frustrating season so far for Baker. His 14th appearance, he's 0-2 with an 8.31 earned run average. 13 innings pitched, he's struck out 17, he's walked 8. Giving up 3 home runs as well, and he comes into a bases-loaded one-out spot here in the 7th, and Jack Dunn will be the first batter to face him. Swing and a miss at the curveball. Excellent fastball that can hit 100 on the radar gun from Andrew Baker, and also a very good curveball to go along with it. Phil's double play depth in the middle of the infield, looking to try to turn one and get out of this with an out and the bases loaded in the 7th. 0-1 pitch to Dunn. Another curveball, but this one's up a little bit high, and it's 1-1.
Baker can get out of this inning. Just imagine the confidence level it could give him. I think someone like him, a young pitcher, one of the higher-ranked prospects in the Phillies system, if he can escape this jam, you got to feel pretty good about yourself.
1-1 pitch. Towards third, Tatum. Throw to second in time. The relay is in time, and Andrew Baker does get out of it on the double play. It goes 5-4-3, and the Senators are denied in the 7th. For Harrisburg in the 7th, no runs, 2 hits, 1 left. 7th inning stretch time in Baseball Town. It's Harrisburg 4, Reading 2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
So the defense a bit sketchy at times for the Phils, but they turn a double play to finish that 7th inning. Now the offense looks to register some numbers on the board as well as the Phils come to the plate here in the bottom half of the 7th, trailing 4-2. Bottom half of the 7th inning here on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network is presented to you by Swartz-Culleton. Expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Matthew Kroon will lead it off for the Phils, facing a new man on the mound, left-hander Lucas Knowles, making his Harrisburg Senators debut. And he misses to Kroon, and then Kroon fists one down the right field line. Now it's Rutherford giving chase to it. He does find it, and he squeezes it towards the line for out number 1.
Lucas Knowles, like you said, Bob, making his Senators debut, began the season with Wilmington. Really impressive, 3-0.
a 1.76 ERA in 9 games and a start over 15 innings pitched. Promoted to Harrisburg actually yesterday, so made the not too long drive from Wilmington, Delaware to Reading, PA, probably hour 10, hour 20.
Ethan Wilson now will bat for the Phils. Wilson 0 for 2 so far on the night. Harrisburg with a single run in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. Phils with single runs in both the 5th and the 6th. Wilson pops this one straight up in the infield. It'll be the second baseman, Aruda, who will call for it, and he'll make the catch. 2 pop-ups in this one. And quickly Knowles has got 2 outs in the books, and now he'll face Nick Podko.
Well, Podko went deep his last at-bat. Second home run in 3 nights. See, maybe he can do it again. No more Phils hit multiple home runs in a game this year, so not a bad time to change that.
Facing the left-handed pitching Lucas Knowles. Podko also grounded out to second in his 2 plate appearances now. This one lifted down the right field line, but this one will slice out of play. Phil's bullpen is quiet after Andrew Baker got out of a jam on 2 pitches, or 3 pitches in that last inning. For that matter, the Harrisburg bullpen is quiet with Knowles working his first action. A 1 pitch. Line back through the middle and in for a base hit. Nick Podko with yet another hit. 2 outs and a man on first base for the Fightins.
Second hit tonight for Nick Podko. He continues to swing a really hot bat for the Fightin' Phils. Like we said, 15 straight games on base. That's his 5th multi-hit game of the season as well. And here's Oliver Dunn, 2 strikeouts tonight, but you can say he may be due.
Dunn with a big 2-run home run last night. Now with a position here to try to make some damage happen for the Fightins in the bottom half of the 7th. First pitch against the left-hander, swing and a miss. Kind of a feast or famine kind of the last couple of days for Dunn. Struck out twice, as Jake said tonight. Struck out a couple times last night as well around that home run. This pitch is outside, and now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Nick Podko making it very difficult for manager Al Padrique to take his name off the lineup card every night. He continues to produce with a bat in his hand. He takes his lead off of first. This one's fisted down the third baseline and out of play. So Knowles now ahead of Dunn, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Max McDowell in the on-deck circle hoping for a chance for the Phils here in the 7th. And the Phils on the road beginning Tuesday, then back home here on Tuesday, June 6th. Binghamton will come to town for the first time. It'll actually be back-to-back home series for the Phils for the first time in the first 2 weeks of June. And that's over for a called strike 3, and Oliver Dunn again down on strikes to end the 7th for the Phils in inning number 7. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, 7 in the books. It remains Harrisburg 4, Reading 2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phils birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Top half of the 8th inning, score remains 4-2. Harrisburg on top of Reading in Game 5 of this 6-game series. Harrisburg won the first 3. Reading with the come from behind walk-off win last night. And now it'll be Tyrone Harris to lead things off for the Senators here in the 8th inning. Andrew Baker, who came in and got out of a jam in the 7th, will continue here into the 8th. And the first pitch to Harris is over for a called strike on the breaking ball. Harris 0 for 3 on the night. Baker, 23 years of age, originally from Montgomery, Alabama. Selected by the Phillies in the 11th round of the 2021 draft. 0-1 pitch from him. Swing and a miss again at the breaking ball, and he's quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. As Jake said, Baker, one of the top prospects in the Phillies organization. He's on their 40-man roster. Number 17 overall prospect. Again, that fastball that can consistently top 98 and 100 on the radar gun, and a very good curveball that he's used on Harris for 3 straight pitches. That is strikeout number 1 for Baker and out number 1 in the 8th.
That breaking pitch, certainly nasty from Baker. Huge vertical break on it as well. If he can get a clean inning here in the 8th, has to have induce some confidence in him too, which would be a great thing to see. If he can, start to find the strike zone and get that confidence up, he can be a very dangerous pitcher.
That'll bring up Valera, who's been a dangerous batter. He's got a solo home run and a single, scored a couple of runs in this game. Again, the 8 and 9 spot for Harrisburg have a combined 4 hits and scored 3 of their 4 runs. Driven in 2 of them as well. Check swing, and he went around. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Valera, again on that breaking ball. Again, the fastball's got such mustard on it. You got to be locked in on that fastball and be ready for it. One pitch is the fastball. He can't catch up to it. Why? 102 on the radar gun here at FirstEnergy Stadium.
I think that might be the fastest number we've seen on the gun so far this year.
I would agree. I don't think we got to 102. And Valera couldn't catch up to it, so he calls timeout and regain his thoughts. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Leonel Valera. Breaking ball and a beauty, but he didn't get the call. It's a bit low, perhaps. It's 2-2. Tough from our vantage point to see whether the pitches are low and below the knees. So it's 2-2 now to Valera. And that's not called. Strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts in the 8th.
Andrew Baker looking strong. This is the best he's looked so far. Looks poised, confident, hitting spots with the fastball, but it's that off-speed pitch that I think is really being the difference maker. If he can throw strikes with that pitch, he's almost unhittable.
So that'll bring up Onyx Vega, who's 2 for 3 as well. As I said, a couple hits for him, 2 singles and an RBI and a run scored. First pitch to him, fastball at 100, strike 1.
Here's some oohs and ahs out of the crowd.
Top of the order, and Robert Hassel in the on-deck circle if Vega can reach. Goes with the breaking ball, tries to check his swing, and he does. Paul Romer, the first base umpire, says he did not go around, so it's 1-1 now to Vega. That one misses way up high. 2-1. Both bullpens are quiet right now, so it looks like Knowles will get the 8th inning for the Senators as well. And again up high. Now he's missed back-to-back fastballs up high. It's 3-1. Gets that one over, and the curveball. Now the count is full. So Vega thinking at 3-1, he's going to get a fastball, gets the breaking ball, and ends up taking it for a strike. Fouls that one off. Another curveball from Baker.
See what he goes to here. Left the curveball a bit high there.
Yeah, you wonder about that because he missed with those spots. Well, maybe right now thinking he's got a little bit more confidence in that breaking ball. See where he goes. Tap slowly to short. Stokes across the diamond in plenty of time, and 1, 2, 3 go the Senators in the 8th. We'll head to the bottom. When we come back, it remains Harrisburg 4, Reading 2 on the Reading Fightin' Phil's Radio Network.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org.
Last night's hero looking to be tonight's table setter. Max McDowell will lead off for the Fightins here in the bottom of the 8th. Trailing 4-2, Lucas Knowles, who had a 4-up, 3-out inning in the 7th. Gave up just a hit. Had a couple of weak infield pop-ups and a strikeout for the 3 outs. Back for his second inning of work and facing Max McDowell, who tries to check his swing, but it's over for a called strike. Max 0 for 2 so far on the night. Max didn't think that pitch was a strike. Now he's going to call timeout.
Looked like Jae-Young Kim signaled it was foul. Either that or he said he went, but McDowell did not agree either way.
Now it's an easy take for McDowell. It's 1-1. Tyler McKay up and throwing now in the Fightins bullpen. Great effort tonight, as we talked about, from Andrew Baker. 1-1 pitch. Up high again, 2-1.
I think you could argue tonight's the best that Andrew Baker's looked all year. And, the argument I've continued to make is that if Andrew Baker can, look like he looked tonight, he can be a dangerous late inning arm for the Phils.
Big swing, no contact, and a breaking ball there for McDowell. Yeah, he can be the guy that they've lacked, which is that guy who can come in and just finish things off in the 9th inning. Max Coons had that job for a while and then began to struggle, and Brett Schultz took it over. And of course, he had the troubles earlier in this series. McDowell lays off, and now the count is full to Max. And trying to get on, trying to get something started for the Phils, down by 2 here in the bottom of the 8th. McCarthy, Tatum in the on-deck circle, and then the top of the order, and Madison Stokes 2 up. Lifted straight up in the infield. Again, Knowles induces another infield pop-up. Valera battles a little bit of a breeze and makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, it goes in on the hands to Max McDowell, and it's a jam shot straight up. Knowles been really good at inducing weak contact tonight. It's his first start at the AA level, too, and he's looked very calm, cool, poised, and collected.
I'll bring up McCarthy. Tatum is grounded out to Valera at shortstop, both of his plate appearances. Tatum now 5 for 12 in the series. Big swing, no contact at the breaking ball that time. Holds up, or did he? He said he went around or he called it a strike. I'm not sure which one.
Pointed forward first, so said he went around.
So McCarthy Tatum now wants a timeout. And now that he's hearing it from the dugout, from the Fightin's dugout. Tyler Henson is barking. I can see that from here.
And look, like, it's okay as a home plate umpire to ask for help. And someone just got thrown out of the game.
That's going to be Tyler Henson. He's going to get his money's worth before he leaves. That's the Phil's hitting coach.
And Al Patrique will come in from the third base coach's box, and we'll see if Patrique's far behind there as Henson is. Letting Jae Young Kim hear it. And look, it's been we talked about it off the air, it's been a wildly inconsistent strike zone all night. And Tyler Henson got his money's worth. See if Al Patrique has some stuff to add. Looks like we'll talk with Pete Talkington as they make their way back to third base.
Talkington is the crew chief, so Patrique will talk about it. Again, I think it's the indecision. Was it a called strike? Did he go around? And I think Tyler Henson was asking him, well, if it's a check swing, then ask your partner down the first baseline whether or not it's a strike or not.
It's never a bad thing to ask for help.
Right.
You'd rather get the call correct than just do it yourself.
So the count is, I believe, 1 ball and 1 strike to McCarthy Tatum. That one's in the dirt.
It's got our official attendance tonight, a highest of the year, 8,959 official attendance.
This one tapped towards the third base line and foul. What, 41 more people couldn't show up to get us an even 9,000?
9,000?
But it is the largest of the season, and the Fightin's already over 100,000 on the year. With the almost 9,000 on the night, they'll be up pushing 115,000, so a good crowd tomorrow. Put them at 120,000 by Memorial Day weekend. Fightin fans, baseball town, loving baseball so far. Again, they'll appeal, and this time they do appeal, and McCarthy Tatum did hold up his swing, so now the count is full to Tatum.
That's the thing, like, sometimes, like, giving a little bit to the umpire isn't a bad thing, because who knows if he would have asked for help. That was before Tyler Henson said something to him.
3-2 pitch. Fisted up in the air again. The catcher Vega has his mask off. He's fighting it, and did he make the catch? He did. Great catch by Onyx Vega in the on-deck circle for the Senators.
Got to tip the cap to him. Tough play, and he made it.
Shortstop Madison Stokes.
So Knowles, since he's come in, has recorded 5 outs. 4 of them have been weak pop-ups, and the other a strikeout. Madison Stokes will try to change that now as he steps in. Stokes 2 for 3 on the night. Scored one of the 2 runs for the Phils. Swing and a miss at the first, a breaking ball for a strike 1. So certainly the Senators have to be happy with what they've seen from Lucas Knowles so far tonight. An added weapon into their bullpen. 0-1 pitch from him. Ripped into left field, turn and say goodbye. Madison Stokes turns on the fastball and deposits it in the Cytolana Group deck, and the Fightin Phils have cut it to a 4-3 game.
Oh, that was obliterated. I think there may have been some frustration behind that swing, too, from Madison Stokes. 1-run game, heart of the lineup coming up in the 8th. So a lot left to play for. 4:15, 105 off the bat. Oh, man, what a shot from Stokes. Week to the day of his first of the year.
His 3rd home run, his 11th RBI. 3 hits now for Stokes, and that brings up Carlos De La Cruz. The first pitch in the dirt.
So that ejection of Tyler Henson, the 4th RFO to be thrown out this year, the 3rd coach. Tyler Phillips was
spreading it well, haven't they?
Tyler Phillips was ejected for spiking a ball at Portland, and then Al Patrique and Brad Bergeson were both thrown out at Hartford for arguing an overturned pitch clock violation.
Swing and a foul tip that time by Carlos De La Cruz. So Ray Ricker, the first base coach, has to get on board. He's now up. The only coach so far who has not yet been thrown out. But it's only May. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Carlos De La Cruz. This one popped down the first baseline and drifting over the Savage 61 deck and into the grandstands. Over the dugout suite, that is. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to De La Cruz. Outfield plays him to pull and deep. Tap towards third and in foul territory. So De La Cruz stays alive at 1 and 2. Carlos 1 for 2 on the night. Strikeout, walk, and fly out to deep center field in his 3 at-bats. Fightin's with a run so far in this one. Bottom half of the 8th inning. It's a 1-run game in favor of the Senators at 4-3. Driven into left center field. Is it high enough? Carlos De La Cruz has tied it up at 4 apiece.
The Cardiac Kids putting a fight in Phillies these last 2 nights. Watch the lights go. What a light show, too. Reading back-to-back. We got a tie game. You said it last at-bat. He's going to get 10 at some point.
Yep.
He almost got it last time. Not at this time. 426, 109 off the bat, and we got a brand-new ball game.
The only question was whether or not it was high enough. I thought perhaps it might not be high enough. If not, it was going to be off the wall.
Just a 21-degree launch angle, too.
So that's going to get a visit now from pitching coach Jack Hanrahan. Going to come out and talk to the young left-hander who was mowing him down. And the next thing you know, Madison Stokes and Carlos De La Cruz has tied the game up at 4 apiece. And Tyler McKay apparently loose in the Phil's dugout. He'll get the 9th. And with that, Harrisburg begins to stir in their bullpen as well.
So it's the first time this season Reading has gone back-to-back in terms of home runs. Last time they did back-to-back home runs was McCarthy Tatum and Herbert Iser, 2 current Phils, against New Hampshire on September the 9th, 2022. So first time this season.
10th of the year for De La Cruz, his 22nd RBI of the year, and Johan Rojas now steps in. He swings to the first pitch and fouls it out of play.
Make it 3 in a row.
Two runs in, 2 down, bottom of the 8th, tied at 4. Fouled on a play down the right field line. So Johan Rojas spreading it around.
It's amazing. 2 quick outs, too. Soft contact from Lucas Knowles, and then back-to-back moonshots by Reading.
So 0-2 now to Johan Rojas. Way up high, ball 1. Joel Peguera, who's warming up in the Senators bullpen, he has become their closer on the year. He already has 2 saves on this series. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Johan Rojas. Right back through the box. Speared by Arruda, long throw, not in time. Johan Rojas beats it out for a base hit.
All of a sudden you can feel the energy really coming back in this pretty much capacity crowd tonight. It's, look, not always saying ejections are a good or bad thing, but sometimes it takes a little bit of something to spark the team. Henson gets ejected. Stokes and De La Cruz go back-to-back, 3 straight hits. Here comes Lionel DeShields. That'll be it.
Alberta University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. After Johan Rojas' base hit, the Phil's still batting in the bottom of the 8th when we come back after this.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Phil's fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Phil's fans, see an Phil's road game, meet with an Phil's player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Phil's road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Phil's in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Phil's player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Phil's fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious, all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phillies game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken and sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at ourphillies.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Delino DeShields will bring in his closer, Joel Peguera, to try to shut down the Fightin' Phils, who have tied it up here in the 8th inning. They've got a man on base and 2 down, and Matthew Kroon will be the first to face the right-handed pitching Joel Peguera.
And he's looked good the few times he's been out, but not even a safe situation, just trying to stop the bleeding. Senators' bullpen has really faltered the last couple of nights, and they're just trying to find a way to get Kroon out and get this game to the 9th.
Matthew 1 for 3 so far on the night with an RBI double in the 4th. See what Johan Rojas does at first. Again, Johan is always a threat to steal. 16 stolen bases in 21 attempts so far on the year. And now time is called, and now a balk is called. You don't have to worry about it. Balk was called. The time was called by the umpires on the balk. Be talking to the crew chief, who is the third base umpire. He's the one who called the balk on Peguero. So now Rojas is now in scoring position for Matthew Kroon.
Just need a single.
1-0. Kroon takes outside, ball 2.
All right, got a hitter's count here if you're Kroon. Kroon's the definition of a professional hitter, just overly consistent. So he knows what he's got to do here. One pitch, one spot. Lock in on it. If you get it, let it rip. If not, live to see the next one.
Down the right field line and fading into foul territory. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Matthew Kroon. Kroon with that RBI double, his 10th double of the season, his 22nd RBI of the year. Lucas Knowles was cruising until he wasn't. Right up and until Madison Stokes turned on a fastball and turned the game and the momentum towards the Phils. Big swing, no contact for Kroon, and it's 2-2.
97 on that one. He and Kroon just wanted all of it. It was a pitch over the heart, but yeah, Kroon a little bit behind him. But now here you go, 2 strikes. Choke up a little bit, shorten up. Got a big gap on the other way. You're thinking everything to the right side here. Anything in the outfield's going to score a run.
Rojas, great wheels at second. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Peguero comes in and gets Kroon out. And that'll do it for the Phils in the 8th, but the Phils do the damage. The back-to-back home runs by Stokes and De La Cruz has this one tied up as we head to the 9th. Harrisburg 4, Reading 4.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phils fans, see an Our Phils road game, meet with an Our Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Our Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Our Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Our Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phils fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today. You can add a delicious, all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phillies game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken and sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at ourphillies.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
So to the 9th inning we head in Baseball Town. Harrisburg 4, Reading 4. And new pitcher on the mound for the Fightins here in the top of the 9th is a right-hander, Tyler McKay.
McKay's got the top of the lineup here for Harrisburg, so it's a tough ask. 12th game, 3.46 ERA, 12 strikeouts, 8 walks over 13 innings pitched. looking for a big hold to get this to the bottom of the ninth, still tied.
Jake said top of the order due up with Robert Hassel being that leadoff guy. He's batted leadoff for Delano DeShields in all 5 of the games in this series so far. He's 0 for 4 tonight. And now 5 for 21 in the series. First pitch from McKay misses for a ball. And this one rolled towards second. Oliver Dunn up with it. He'll throw it to Podko for the easy out. 1 down in the ninth.
So here's how crazy the last 2 nights have been. Entering last night, Reading was 0-16 trailing after 6, 0-21 trailing after 7, and 0-18 trailing after 8. Back-to-back night, they have completely flipped their season script and defied that. There's been a spark, it seems like, has lit. We've known this team has fought all year, but now the late-game magic is coming in with that fight.
So here comes JT Aruda with 1 out now in the ninth. Aruda with a couple hits on the night, 2 for 4 in total, and has scored one of Harrisburg's 4 runs. Very dangerous Blake Rutherford in the on-deck circle. This one tapped in front of the plate, but foul. And so it's 1-1 now to Aruda.
No action in the Senators bullpen, so Joel Peguero will get the ninth, which, as a visiting team, you usually don't go to your closer in a tie game, but
I think they were thinking they were going to use him for the ninth, but then Knowles ran into trouble because he was in great shape through 2 outs in that last inning. There's the 1-1 pitch, and that's over for a called strike. Good breaking ball from McKay. Now he's ahead of Aruda, 1-2. Now it's way up high with the fastball, and it's 2-2. Phils will have 5, 6, and 7 due up in the bottom of the ninth. Right now, Tyler McKay looking for 2 more outs. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
looking good. And I mean, like, you just talk about storylines and reversing them the last couple of nights. The bullpen, too, has been really locked down tonight. Zarbniski, yes, gave up the run, but Baker comes in for him, gets out of a bases-loaded jam, comes in, pitches a clean 8th inning, and now it's McKay, 2 up, 2 down. You know, knock on wood, but McKay's looked really strong so far.
Rutherford with a couple more hits in this one. Again, 12 hits in the series for Blake Rutherford. With his 2 more hits tonight, he's also walked in 4 plate appearances. And the first pitch from McKay is over for a called strike. Swing and a miss at another. And he's quickly ahead of Blake Rutherford. No balls and 2 strikes. Now Rutherford will take a pace around the batter's box after looking off balance on that last pitch. Popped up down the third baseline. Going to be a long run. McCarthy Tatum will not get there as it lands just off the railing down the third baseline. Again, with a left-handed hitter up there, it's a long run for Ethan Wilson to even come remotely close to it. Would have had to either be Stokes or Tatum to get there, and just not enough time. And so it remains no balls and 2 strikes to Blake Rutherford. Tapped in front of the plate. McKay will let it roll and roll foul.
That's the right idea, because if he fields that, it's a really, really awkward angle to try and make a throw. It's if you field it, you know you can just run right up to the guy and apply the tag. But by the time he would have gotten to it, runner was already past him. So, like, there's really no way you could have made the throw. It would have just been very tough.
Right,
so it's the right call.
Now the runner is between you and the first baseman if you field that. So that is exactly right. If you can field it in fair territory and come up and make the tag, then you make that play. If not, you let it roll foul, and McKay made the right decision. And so the 8,959 on their feet trying to get the final strike and the final out here at the top of the ninth. Just a bit outside. McDowell thought it was a strike and wasn't. He throws down to first base as if it's a strikeout. Rutherford doesn't know what to do.
Jae-Young Kim didn't call in a strike, so. But I think in McDowell's head, I don't think you're a catcher, you probably tune out what's behind you.
Exactly.
If he catches that, you might get the call. So he was thinking, oh, it's probably a strike. Let me make the throw.
So it's 1-2 to Rutherford. That's way outside. There's no question about that one. It was just kind of funny to watch Blake Rutherford go like, what am I? That wasn't a strike. Why is he throwing on the first base? So it's 2-2 now to Rutherford. Tapped towards second. Oliver Dunn makes the throw. And to the bottom of the ninth we go. The Phils will look for a walk-off for the second straight night when we come back on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities of motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat.
Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery is pleased to offer two options for your dining pleasure. A menu with locally sourced delicious options and buffet meals for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Enjoy the best bakery experience in all of Berks County. Their homemade bakery items include made-from-scratch challah bread, danishes, and a variety of scrumptious cupcakes. Dollars to donuts. No restaurant in the area offers their variety of cakes, fruit pies, cream pies, cheesesteaks, and homemade donuts. My Missing Restaurant and Bakery. Proud 2023 Fightin' Phils Team Feed Partners. 8,959 packed into America's Classic Ballpark for some fireworks, and looking for an end of fireworks on the field as well before the fireworks explode after the game, as the Phils will bat in the bottom of the ninth in a 4-4 tie. Ethan Wilson will lead it off. Tap towards the left side, but right at the third baseman, Jack Dunn. And he throws it away. Ethan Wilson is safe at first on the errant throw by the third baseman, Jack Dunn.
First baseman.
That will bring up Nick Podkul. So the Phils get the man on base they wanted to get the inning started. Again, facing Joel Peguera, the closer for the Senators, who had to come in to get the final out in the eighth, and he did strike out Matthew Kroon to finish the eighth inning. So now it's Podkul, who's 2 for 3 in the night, including a solo home run in the fifth and a single in the seventh. First pitch in the dirt for a ball. Wilson does have good wheels at first. Does have one stolen base on the air if Al Padrique decides that might be an option. But I would think right now he's just going to let Podkul hit, as that one's up and in, 2-0. High ball 3. See if Podkul has the take sign here or if he has the green light. Over for a called strike one. Podkul taken all the way. 97 on the radar gun from Peguera. Ethan Wilson takes his lead off of first. Lifted into right center field. Blake Rutherford back in front of the warning track. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Didn't quite get it cleanly. Podkul kind of reached for it a little bit, got under it. Rutherford makes the catch in right field for out number 1. That'll bring up Oliver Dunn. If anybody's due to turn this thing around right now, it's Oliver Dunn. Dunn with a big home run last night. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, however, tonight. Slaps that one the other way and foul. Senators play Dunn, the left-hand hitter, the other way, cheating him a little bit in the outfield. Play him to pull in the infield and away in the outfield. There's a pickoff throw that Wilson easily gets back on. Wasn't much of a lead at all for Ethan Wilson. For no other reason, Ethan Wilson's going to stay there to open up that hole for Dunn if, in fact, he can pull it. Swing and a miss. Dunn way out in front. And now it's no balls and 2 strikes to Oliver Dunn. Oliver with a team-high 25 RBIs on the season. As the Phils look for a game winner for the 2nd straight night in the bottom of the 9th. This one down the 3rd baseline and fading out of play. Peguero hits the triple-digit mark on the radar gun here at FirstEnergy Stadium. No balls and 2 strikes. Pickoff attempt, and again, Wilson back easily. That's 2 disengagements now for Peguero. So if he goes over again, he's got to pick him off. Wilson bluffs going and it way outside. You got to think that Wilson may have shook up Peguero a little bit. He missed that one by a bunch. 101 on the radar gun, but way high and wide as Ethan Wilson bluffed going. Now it's 1-2 to Dunn. Lifted into center field. Hassel going back, still going back, and it's over his head. Wilson around second. Hassel picks it up. They'll put up the stop sign. Oliver Dunn with the double. Wilson had to hold up to make sure that Hassel didn't catch it. So that's the right play. And with 1 out in the inning, Alpadrique puts up the stop sign and says, we're okay. 2nd and 3rd and 1 out. Oliver Dunn with a double off the center field fence. With the range and the ability of Robert Hassel in center field, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt that he might make that catch. So Wilson had to hold up. And so here comes last night's hero, Max McDowell, with a chance to end it again on a walk-off. But before that, a conversation on the mound. This conversation may very well be what they want to do with Max McDowell with a base open. McCarthy Tatum is the on-deck hitter. 2nd and 3rd and 1 out. They may put McDowell on to set up a double play, or at least a force out if they bring the infield up. So Max McDowell, who's 0 for 3 tonight, but of course hit the 3-run home run last night to end it. Turn around a 9-7 deficit and walk it off with a 10-9 win. We'll step into the batter's box here with the winning run 90 feet away and 1 out. They're bringing the outfielders up to a point where they can reach home plate. No sense if you're playing him deep. If he drives it deep, you're not going to throw Wilson out. They are pitching to McDowell and hit it. Max McDowell hit again. Max McDowell hit for the 8th time this season. And that will load him up. McCarthy Tatum will bat. McCarthy 0 for 3 tonight, 5 for 13 in the series, and the Senators will bring the infield up, try to cut down the go-ahead run. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the 9th, 4-4 tie. Lifted down the first baseline. Tostada will chase it and lose his balance and not be able to make the catch. It will fall in foul territory and be a strike. Interestingly, Ethan Wilson was tagging up on that because if Tostada caught it, he was on his knees and Wilson would have tried to tag up and very well may have been able to score because Tostada would have to pick himself up and make the throw home. All irrelevant at this point in time because it ultimately is strike one. Driven into right field and deep and off the wall. The Fightins have walked it off for a second straight night. McCarthy Tatum, it'll go in the books as an RBI single. And the Reading Fightin' Phils win it again. Your final score, Reading 5, Harrisburg 4. High drama in baseball town as the Fightin' Phils again live up to their nickname. Fight from behind, scored 2 runs in the 8th to tie it, and walk it off in the bottom of the 9th with an RBI single from McCarthy Tatum to win it by a final score of 5-4. We will take a timeout and back with a post-game show with the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network right after this. Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium, where the Fightin' Phils are doing something pretty special over the course of the last couple of nights with a couple of walk-off wins as they do it for the second straight night over the Harrisburg Senators by a final score of 5-4. Just like last night, it started out as a pretty good pitcher's duel between a pair of left-handers in Mitchell Parker for the Senators, David Parkinson for the Phils. Harrisburg got on the board first in the 4th inning. JT Aruda got it started with a single. Then Blake Rutherford walked. The first walk, Parkinson surrendered. And eventually they moved up to, Aruda moved up to third base on a fielder's choice and then came home on a sacrifice fly by Frankie Tostada to make it a 1-0 game. The Phils matched that in the 4th. Madison Stokes got it started with a single. Then Carlos de la Cruz walked. And then Matthew Kroon plated Stokes with a double to make it a 1-1 game. Harrisburg came back in the top of the 5th with 2 runs, started by a Leonel Valero solo home run. the 8-hole hitter. Then the 9-hole hitter, Onyx Vega, got a base hit and eventually came around to score on a base hit by Blake Rutherford. So a 2-spot for the Senators in the 5th made it a 3-1 game. The Phils got one of them back in their half of the 5th on a solo home run by Nick Podkuhl. That made it a 3-2 game after 5 innings. But the Senators again came back with another run in the 6th. And again, it was the bottom of the order for Harrisburg that's done a ton of damage in this series. Started by Valera, the 8-hole hitter, got a single, stole second base, and then Vega brought him home with a base hit to make it a 4-2 game in favor of the Senators. It stayed that way until the 8th inning, but before we got there, in the 7th inning, Braden Zarniski came on in relief of David Parkinson, and in his second inning work got himself in some trouble in the 7th. In a bases-loaded one-out jam, Al Padrique made the call to the bullpen for Andrew Baker, and Baker got a 5-4-3 double play to get out of it, and then pitched a brilliant 8th inning as well with a couple of strikeouts to go along with it. So Andrew Baker, exceptional tonight out of the Phils bullpen to set up the bottom of the 8th when the Phils had the first 2 men go down in order against Lance Knowles, who had just been called up from High A Wilmington for the Senators and looked really good up until an inning and 2/3. And then Madison Stokes came up and deposited one deep onto the Seidel Group deck in left field for a solo home run to make it 4-3. Stokes' 3rd home run of the season. And then Carlos De La Cruz followed with a home run of his own, his team-leading 10th home run, and we were tied at 4-4. Johan Rojas then got a single, and that ended the night for Knowles. Joel Peguero, the closer for the Senators, came on to get the final out of Matthew Kroon and finish the inning at 4-4, headed to the 9th. Tyler McKay came out of the bullpen for the Phils, got a 1-2-3 9th inning, and then the Phils got it started in the 9th, and it started with an error. A ground ball off the bat of Ethan Wilson. Jack Dunn, the third baseman, threw it away, and Wilson was safe at first. One batter later, Oliver Dunn drilled one off the center field fence for a double, stopping Wilson at third, second and third, and 1 out. Max McDowell, last night's walk-off hero, was the next hitter. He was hit by a pitch and loaded the bases for McCarthy Tatum. And Tatum drove one down the right field fence, or down the right field line and off the fence in right field just in front of the character pool. And all he needed was a fly ball. He got that fly ball and a little bit more. It'll go in the books as a single and an RBI for McCarthy Tatum, his 17th RBI of the season, and the Phils walk it off for the 2nd straight night by a final score of 5-4. So a lot of high drama in baseball town over the course of the last couple of nights. We said it in our pregame show. Each and every member of this team that we've talked to in our pregame show, whether it be the manager Al Peguera or the coaches and or players, have talked about the camaraderie in this clubhouse. This clubhouse has stayed together through the losses, and they believe that they are going to turn it around. And so now they've won 2 in a row. They have yet to win 3 in a row. They'll try to do that tomorrow and gain a split in this series if, in fact, they can do it a 3rd time tomorrow night against the Harrisburg Senators. 5:15 will be the first pitch. The Tompkins Plaza will open up at 4 o'clock. Our pregame show time here on the Reading Fightin Phils radio network will be at 5 o'clock. And again, the Harrisburg Senators and the Reading Fightin Phils, just like tonight, a pair of left-handers going against one another tomorrow night. Josh Hendrickson gets the ball for the Phils, and Alex Troop will get the ball for the Senators. Troop was the starter in Tuesday's morning game, which the Senators won. Harrisburg won game 1, 2, and 3 in this series, and Reading, in dramatic style, has won now game 4 and game 5. Harrisburg falls now to 22-21 on the season. Reading improves to 17-26. For the final numbers in this one, Harrisburg 4 runs on 9 hits. They committed 1 error, and it was a big one in that 9th inning. It got the rally started for the Phils. They also left 7 men on base. Reading scores 5 runs. They do so on 9 hits. They committed 1 error. They left 5 men on base. Tyler McKay, who pitched that 9th inning, will get the win for the Phils. He gets his first win of the season. He's now 1-2. And Joel Peguera will get the loss for the Senators. He get the save in the first 2 games in this series, and now he gets the loss in game number 5. Time of the game, 2 hours and 36 minutes. Played in front of a now 2023 season-high crowd of 8,959 as the Fightin' Phils continue to say thank you to the fans who continue to come out here to FirstEnergy Stadium and watch great baseball as they did tonight, as they did last night, and hopefully they will do again tomorrow. Again, the Philly Fanatic will be here in attendance tomorrow, and that's always worth the price of admission just to see the Philly Fanatic, in addition to seeing the Phils and the Senators play Game 6. Our Phil tickets are available at 610-370-BALL, or you can order online at ourphils.com. So this homestand concludes tomorrow night. Don't forget high school baseball here at FirstEnergy Stadium as well on Tuesday night, as there'll be a doubleheader of District 3 playoff championship games. Starts at 4:30, the AAA championship. That's Camp Hill against Trinity. And then at 7 o'clock, Wilson and Cedar Cliff will play for the 6A District Championship right here in Baseball Town. So it should be some good high school baseball as well after the Phils go on the road to New Hampshire after tomorrow night's series finale. So that will do it for our coverage. Again, we'll be back with more coverage tomorrow. The Phils and the Senators in the series finale. 5 o'clock will be our pregame time. 5:15 is first pitch here at America's Classic Ballpark. So if you can't make it out to here, we'll have the call of the game for you. But as always, as we prefer to say, we'll see you here at the ballpark. Great crowd on hand tonight, and another great game that goes the way of the home team. The Reading Fightin' Phils 5, the Harrisburg Senators 4. For my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. As always, thanks for listening, and have a great night, everyone.